What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin, man. Welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesday, man. Hey, man, listen, y'all could have been anywhere, but you chose to rock with us on this Tuesday. And for that, man, we want to tell you thank you from myself and my team. Listen, man, we are nothing without you. We don't want to act like we are. We don't want to flex like we are. We are truly nothing without each and every one of you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the reposts. Thank you for telling people when we're not around. We just want to tell y'all right now at episode 136, man, thank y'all and give yourself a round of applause, man. Hey, man, listen, we got a great show tonight, man. We got a call in today. We got one of my brothers who want to call in and tell us about something that's important, something that's phenomenal. So I definitely want to get into that. But also, man, we are on this journey together, y'all. And oftentimes on a journey, what we don't know and what we don't realize is the minute that we make the decision, a down payment must be made. Yeah. not an IOU. You can't get this on credit. A down payment must be made. And that down payment isn't always money. Especially when it comes to building wealth. And it's kind of like an oxymoron, right? Like, how can a down payment to building wealth not be money? It's kind of like an oxymoron. But the thing is, the money is just the down payment of everything else that's required. The money is just the down payment to everything else that's required. You gotta have the emotional fortitude. The crazy thing about this thing about building wealth is because a lot of us, 95% of us, we are first timers. Right? So we haven't experienced wealth. We haven't really experienced real freedom. We've been caught into the poverty matrix. The poverty matrix. So we get a little taste of something and we think we better than what we are. But we keep repeating the cycle and things start to look a little different until we moving so fast, we circulating so fast, we getting caught up in all these whirlwinds, right? And then we look around, we're like, damn, I really haven't went nowhere. Before you know it, 5 years done passed. 10 years done passed. Your kids done went from toddlers to teenagers, but yet financially you have declined. Your living standards declined. The poverty matrix. But it all becomes acceptable because the people around us are in the same, they declining. And so because they declining and we declining, we all sinking at the same level. So no one is actually doing better. Everyone is failing. The poverty matrix. We get caught up in it. We normalize it. And we get so accustomed to spending money every way and spending money on everything and doing everything that makes us feel good, but we never put the down payment on wealth. And some of us actually have good intentions too. Some of us actually have good intentions too. Some of us actually go to sleep at night thinking, yo, I am going to change my position in life. Some of us actually go to sleep saying, I know this thing will turn out differently. Some of us actually start saying, I'm going to save my money to do this. I'm going to save this. I'm going to invest that. I'm going to take all the notes. I'm going to take all the courses. But what happens is the real deposit is made when you have to do the thing you said you was gonna do, but you no longer feel like it. I heard my brother Inky Johnson say that one time. He says, what do you do when the emotion that you had when you wanted to do a thing is no longer there? And it made me think like, wait, that feeling only lasts for a couple of days. Because there's a vortex in that poverty matrix. There's a gravitational pull that keeps us from doing the things that we truly know we should be doing. And so for this, the down payment ain't got nothing to do with money. The down payment don't got nothing to do with money. But it got everything to do with sacrifice. It got everything to do with commitment. It got everything to do with fortitude. It got everything to do with strategy. It got everything to do with cutting off old habits. Watch this. Watch this. Painful as it is. Are you willing to circumcise the old habits to give birth to the new ones? Circumcision is easy at a young age. What happened when you older? Abraham had to get circumcised in his 90s. You think about you talk about being circumcised of things that circumcision means to cut off. You gotta cut off the older version of you so the new version of you can live. The down payment must be made. There's no avoiding it. And the thing about this wealth, the thing about it is we see it. We visualize it. We actually painted a picture of our life and what it's supposed to look like to us. But I remember when I was young, I heard this thing like, the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. And I used to agree with that until I realized how expensive dreaming is. Man. I realized how expensive dreaming is. Because Jose, if I never dream about something, I never have a vision that I can accomplish it. And so the price paid for dreaming is expensive because if you don't go after the dream, then you're paying the tax for mediocrity. If you don't pay the price for the dream, so the dream is no longer free. The dream ain't free. They lied to us, y'all. They lied. The dream is actually expensive. Because if I never get a visualization of what could be, I have no other reason than to stay where I'm at. But once I get exposed to the dream, I get excited. Imagination. They say the best thing a kid has is imagination, because the imagination of the kid thinking he can walk, the imagination of a kid thinking he can fly. I remember when I was young and I put the pillowcase on my neck and I thought I could jump off the bed and I thought I was Superman and I hit the floor and I was like, oh, it never stopped me from dreaming. And I did it again. And the dream, listen, y'all gonna laugh at me right here. The dream took me so far when I was young. When I went to the store, I wanted the Superman drawers. The dream, I looked at Hulk Hogan and I thought I could beat him. And I wanted the Hulk Hogan drawers. Because the dream put me in a situation where it made me believe. The dream is expensive. But guess what, y'all? There's a tax on regret. There's a tax on regret. Watch this, watch this, watch this. There's a tariff on mediocrity. There's a 200% lifetime tariff on mediocrity. Because every day you settle for it, you don't just pay for it. Your family pays for it. The people closest to you pay for it. The world pays for it. Because we never get to get that greatness out of you. Because Warren Buffett said most people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. So what's the value of your dream? How valuable is it for you to get freedom? How valuable is it for you to be the first millionaire in your family? The dream ain't free, y'all. It's actually expensive. But so is regret. So is laziness. So is accepting defeat. And for some of us, we do good. But that's what we settle at. But one thing I've learned, good is not good enough when excellence is on the line. Good is not good enough when excellence is on the line. And I've learned that there's not that big of a difference between good and great. But it's a huge gap between mediocre and good. Listen to me well. There's a small difference between good and great, but it's illuminated and we can see it. But there's a huge gap between mediocrity and good. Because see, good get up in the morning. Mediocrity sleep a little longer. See, good gonna push the extra rep. Mediocrity might go to the gym. See, good gonna get in the cold plunge. Mediocrity gonna say, I can't even take a cold shower. Good gonna make the investments. Mediocrity gonna spend the money. But the small thing that separates them is, not only will greatness do the extra set, greatness gonna eat right. Greatness gonna stay on the cardio machine a little bit longer. Greatness gonna stick to the diet. Greatness gonna study the film. Greatness gonna read the book. Greatness not just gonna read the book, but greatness gonna underline things in the book and write certain things down because greatness understands what it takes to implement the information. See, these are the little things that distinguish good from great, but there's a huge gap between mediocrity and good. And most people, they live in the gap. But living in that gap, you're gonna live a life full of regret. And that's the taxation. That's the tariff that you pay. So here's the dope part about it. Even though the dream ain't free, when you make the down payment on a dream, you actually are committing to it. The down payment means you committed. The down payment means you bought in. There's a down payment to your victory, family. You can't get a loan. You can't leverage your credit. It can't get funded by nobody else. You can't put the down payment in your mama's name. You can't put the down payment in your kid's name. The down payment gotta come from you. Down payment gotta come from you. Down payment is the decision you make. The down payment is when everybody else quit, you decide to keep going. The dope part about the down payment is there's another one always due. You can't miss a payment. Because mediocrity is always one step behind you. And greatness is always trying to evict you. Freedom is always trying to evict you. Freedom is always telling you you don't belong. You got to impose your will to be free. You got to muscle your way to freedom. How many millionaires you see ain't millionaires no more? How many pandemic millionaires you see they ain't the same no more? The pandemic made everybody thought they was hustlers. The pandemic made everybody thought they was apex entrepreneurs. The pandemic made everybody think they was top-notch investors. The pandemic made everybody start trucking companies. The pandemic made everybody fix credit. The pandemic made everybody drop a course. The pandemic made everybody start a group, start a community. When the free money ran out, when the spending got a little tight, all he's saying now is I was a 7-figure entrepreneur. All he's saying now is I made. What you doing now? Because success ain't for the weak. Success ain't for the weak. Consistent success, you gotta fight for it. You gotta be a dog. You gotta keep putting that work in. Success ain't overnight. And to keep it, to make it sustainable, just know they watching. So every day you gotta pay that down payment. You gotta make that down payment. Because it's always trying to evict you. Just watch them. Who done downsized? When the last time they bought a foreign? Is their marketing budget still the same? Has the team grown? Has the business grown? I ain't talking crap about them. I'm just saying success, wealth, freedom. It's a consistent down payment that gotta be made. Are you good for a season? Or are you positioned to be good for a lifetime? There's a big gap between mediocre and good. And there's a small tweak between good and great. The great one's gonna always last, y'all. And so I look at life when I'm seeing the market going up and down, I ain't panicking because I understand the great one's always gonna last. The ones who built for this gonna always persevere. It ain't supposed to be easy. You thought you was gonna get in the market and make you a quick this and that, and it was gonna be, and you made some money, and you got a little greedier, and you made a little money, and you was like, the market will never end, and you thought you was gonna be here forever, and then 6 weeks in. And yeah, Donald Trump, and yeah, 6 weeks in. I'm still here, baby. A lot of other people, they still here, baby. Those are the ones you look at. But you're gonna see some move. They're gonna go from this, they're gonna go to that. You're gonna see them doing this, you're gonna see them doing that. They're gonna do it. They're trying to find their way. Because success ain't what it was. It ain't what they hyped it up to be. in order to build a business, in order to build a brand, in order to get freedom, it's gonna cost you. The dream ain't free. And the thing about it is, once you get a taste of it, I always say it, once you see it, you can't unsee it. The thing is, when things get tough, will you stay ethical? When things get real, will you keep integrity? Will you throw away everything you learned when things were going good, and when things get bad, would you give it all up? Still here, baby. Because there's a down payment on your victory, and nobody can't pay it but you. And every day we thank God for the resilience. We thank God for the brilliance. We thank God for the mental fortitude. We thank God for the assignment. We thank God for the assignment. Because everything that you after, it can't be just about money. You gotta be bigger than you. You gotta be worth more than anything you ever dreamed of. You gotta be willing to sacrifice for it. So I ask you tonight, are you willing to pay that down payment? Because if you're not, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Stay in your lane. As a matter of fact, stay in your league. Stay in your league. One of the things we gotta know for sure is where we belong. Gotta know where we belong at. Where our seat on the bus at. Well, when it's time to eat, where we eat at. Do you go hunt or are you provided for? Are you at the front of the line or are you at the back? Because we all build different. It's a lie when they say we all the same. We all got the 24. It's a lie. My 24 and your 24 ain't the same. Yeah, there's 24 hours on the clock, but we don't got the same 24. They ain't identical. As a matter of fact, they're as far apart as possible. As a matter of fact, they're as far apart as possible. I told you, there's a small tweak from good to great, but there's a big distance from mediocrity to good. And a lot of people like to live in that gap. But some of us, you look at mediocrity and you won't get from around it. You look at people crying about losses and you tell them, put your big boy drawers on, put your big girl drawers on. If not, go let somebody else feed you. But just know, if you allow them to feed you, you give them permission to starve you. And it take a bold MFer to say, can't nobody starve me. It take a bold one to say that. And I ain't talking about working a job. That's cool. We love that. I'm talking about, what do you do with the job money? Do you get up every day and complain about what's going wrong in your life? Or do you get up every day and say, I'ma fix it, I'ma do something about it? That's the thing between good, great, and mediocrity. So tonight, I just want to leave you with one question. Are you willing to pay the down payment on your victory? Are you willing to pay the down payment on your victory? Because the dream you have, it definitely ain't free. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trappin, man, episode 136. Let's get to it, bro. How we feel, man? What time it is, dog? Oh, dang.
It is now 7:34.
I did good.
7:34.
All right, 7:34. How we feeling in the chat, Jose?
Man, they feeling good. I know we had a brief situation as far as the audio going in and out.
I never knew.
Again, no, you good. You good. So everybody refresh the chat for me.
Yeah.
If you can. Appreciate y'all. And let's get these likes up for real.
Get the likes up in the chat. How we feeling in the chat? How my people feeling, Jose? How are people feeling, man? It's another Tuesday, right? They here, they in the building.
Yeah. One of the things I'm seeing, everybody loving the new look.
What new look?
The look, the camera, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they been like that.
You know what I'm saying? They said my dog been in the gym.
They said that or you said that?
They want the God and Money shirt.
I don't know if they said that. I think you said that,
They want the God
Jose.
and Money shirt.
I think you said that, Jose.
Hey, look,
the people ain't say my dog been in the gym. You said that.
I probably did. You know what I'm saying?
Of course you did.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all what Jose said before we came on, y'all. Let me tell y'all what Jose said before we came on. Jose, first of all, shout out to our people, man.
Right, shout out to the people.
We got Max B in the building. Roxanne is in the building. KJ is in the building. Hey, can we push that up a little bit? Double R is in the building. No, not the screen, but the actual thing. Yeah. The screen is good because I can't. It's like we pushed it back a little bit. Tony G is in the building. Black Phoenix is in the building. Charlotte Jones is in the building. Dancing Diamonds in the building. AJ Johnson is in the building. Let's go. We got The Wealthy is in the building. Thank you, family. We got Larry Morgan is in the building. KJ, what's good, man? Stock Studies, what's good, man? Nick Joseph, what's good? You're going too fast. I can't see. You go too fast. I can't see. Too fast. I can't see.
Shout out to all the trappers again.
Shout out to the trappers in the building.
We need 1,000
Got a
likes.
CEO in the building. Let's go, man.
We need 1,000 likes, though. People been sleeping on that.
We need 1,000 likes?
No, we need it.
They don't be giving us our likes?
Hey, look, the crazy part, I think they just be enamored by the sermon.
So first of all, it's not a sermon.
It is.
So first of all, it's not a sermon.
No, it is.
It's not.
Here's the crazy part. People trying to do collection plates.
Don't say the crazy part after I say the crazy part. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not a sermon.
Collection plates.
It's not a sermon.
It's close to it.
No, it's not.
I was telling my dog the other day, I said, you know what? I ain't saying because that's my dog, but I was like, hey, top 5.
Top 5
orators. Like, it's going to be a top 5 orators of all time before you get up out of here.
Ooh.
Like, not black, just...
Let me see, we got to think about something.
People don't understand. I, like, you know what I'm saying? I study this. I teach this, right? But you do it.
I do study it.
Right, and I'm saying, but it's different.
I do study it because I feel like talking to people is, it's an art.
Yep.
It's an art. It's psychological. It's emotional. Because you have to believe what you're saying.
Yep.
I think a lot of people, when you think about people that were great orators, they believed what they were saying.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you think about Malcolm X, you think about Martin Luther King, you think about John F. Kennedy, you think about Franklin D. Roosevelt, you think about Barack Obama. I love T.D. Jakes.
Yep.
Like, you think about people like that, they believe what they are saying to people. And so your expression comes from the idea of, yo, if y'all get this, it's kind of the energy and the mindset behind the idea.
Dog, you can move nations with your voice. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. That's what orators do. Believe it or not, we not gonna agree with this, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of, no, I'm not gonna even say it, don't you worry about it. Jesus was an orator. That wasn't what I was about to say. I'm about to say another name, but I didn't even want the flag behind that.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, I'm straight. Yeah, I don't even want the flag behind that. But being able to, I listen. I take some of my time just to listen to Grace Inky Johnson.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the way, I remember I did a thing at Next Level Speakers, and I talked about how when Inky starts speaking, like when he start patting that leg, I know for a fact we getting into it. When he start hitting that leg, it's on. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, when I speak to people about the market and when I speak to people about it's not even just about the market itself, bro. For me, it's about just getting people out of their funk.
Yeah. And most people, we talked about it, most people, like, sometimes they might watch this just Tuesday.
Yeah.
They on the high on Wednesday. Thursday, it's like, ooh.
I saw some people in the Patreon say that they was like, yo, like every morning, they was like, yo, when I be going through it, I gotta listen to the intro from Trappin to it.
And shout out to them, they be like, yo, we need these intros, bro. We drop these joints every Monday.
Yeah, but I think they want
I know,
we be
I
going
get it.
back, so we gotta start.
I get it.
We gotta start giving them like episode 100 on. Yeah, we be going back. Yeah,
Yeah, we got some.
But the people, I think I take that serious, the idea, because here's the thing, bro. I don't take the attention lightly.
Yeah.
I don't take this as, yo, I just get up to talk to people and I get the, no, what people don't know, it's like really a back and forth between me and Jose, and it's like, he gives me the freaking topic, freaking
and
35, 40 minutes before the...
I be ready to jump out my skin. I said, ooh,
before the show.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I gotta come up with, I gotta think about it. Okay, what do I want to say? And it's the crazy part. I've been doing this with you we've been doing this now 136 weeks. Yeah. And it never, like, and I'm always like, how do I not say the same thing twice? How do I craft this in a different message? Okay, I gotta go walk in the sun for a minute to just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just not the poverty matrix, that was so good.
Right, poverty matrix, bro. I got notes on notes, bro.
Yeah. So just being able to, just being able to and I read a lot, so it makes me dig in my wordplay. It makes me use, that's why I like words. I bought a book the other day called The Study of Words. I bought the book because I want to be able to, the greatest thing you can ever do is be able to speak in a way that paints a picture.
Yep.
Right? So I look at it as when you're speaking to people, you got to be able to, like I saw a comment the other day on the Instagram, not on Instagram, on the YouTube. I was putting the comments in and the dude said, you went from the market to, he said, lead us to the preachers and the motivational speakers and stick to the market. And he said, I guess something about the market, so you switching gears. And I said, I've been doing this for 130-something weeks, bro.
And then before that?
It ain't even counting before that. I'm like, bro, this is my tone.
Right.
I said, just go keep looking. You'll see. I was standing for the show for 3 hours.
Man.
So anyway, we got a great show ahead of us today, y'all. I won't do this right quick. We're going to do the mantra, but I'm about to do this live right quick.
Yep.
I want to bring a close friend of mine. I consider him like a brother. And we are going to do this live right quick. I think it's important. But we're going to do it 2 ways. We're going to be on Instagram and we're going to be on the show.
Yeah, we got it'll be live on the show as well. You know what I'm saying?
But I told you your thing got a short in it.
Nah, it's good. They can see it.
They can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get my guy, you let him know?
Yep.
Yep, we're going to get my guy in the building. And then after that, we'll do the mantra, y'all. But I think this is important. We got a dope speaking engagement.
Bro, I'm going to need you to wipe your lens. Look like you got shrimp grease on that joint or something, bro. That's crazy. Yo. Hey, you try to talk about my soft hands.
We're going to say that. We're not going to leave it on. We're going to say that to the show. We're going to say that to the show.
Look, they used to feel sorry for me. Like, why you do Jose like that?
Nah, Jose be starting with me,
This is what we do.
So let me tell y'all what Jose did, since you want to put my business out there. about some shrimp, knowing I ain't eating no dang on shrimp. So Jose tells me, I tell Jose something. I forgot what happened, and bro said, my hands is for the ladies. I said, what, dog?
Because my hands are soft.
Yeah, I said, bro, your hands look soft or something like that. And he said, yeah, my hands for the ladies.
Well, I ain't say it like that. I said they were meant.
Basically, that's what you said. My hands for the ladies.
My hands were put on earth to touch.
Nah, you ain't say it like that.
Women.
You like, my
that
hands
sounds crazy.
You like, my hands for the ladies. And so I said to Jose, we all men, our hands all.
But now some of y'all got the catalytic converter
and so
hands.
he says, nah, but that's what mine, but. And I said, bro, do you know how to change a flat? Like, straight up, like, do you know how to change a flat? This man says, yeah, but I gotta put my gloves on first.
You gotta put the gloves on, bruh. If anybody dap me up, they gonna be like,
you gotta put your gloves on, bro?
With the baby oil
He said,
gel.
I gotta put my gloves on. You told Mike, come on?
Yep.
You text Mike?
Yep.
He said, I gotta put my gloves on. I said, put your gloves on. I said, you put the baby oil on them too? Yeah, I put my baby oil on. I said,
the baby oil gel.
No, he put the baby oil gel on. He puts the baby oil gel on. I said, call my girl Ash and tell her I got her. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the time you get the flat tire on a car, shit, you hear me? I said, what do? You put the oil, the gel on, the plastic, and then the cotton glove? Like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you got the proper PPE to change the tire?
Yeah.
Like, and then it made me realize he is from PG County.
Hey, look, and you know I stand on it.
He is from PG County, so I guess, you know. Anyway, here we go, y'all. Jose, I don't think the thing is on, though. The blue thing. You can see it? No, we good. All right, cool. So we got to get in here. I got my brother in here. We talked about orators just now. This is another amazing. The crazy part about this man and his gift is he gives it to us once or twice a year. He don't give us the gift like we be need. You feel me? And so I want to get him on the screen. My brother, Michael Phillips, amazing speaker, amazing man of God, phenomenal businessman, COO of TD. Today I want to.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. So today what I want to do, man, you know, I have the honor and privilege of speaking at Good Soil again. Last year was so phenomenal, man. And you know, when I went there, I didn't just speak there. I was able to learn. Tabitha Brown, y'all gave away a whole ton of money to entrepreneurs. So I want you to just take a minute, man, and tell us what's the idea behind Good Soil and what it is.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah, man. Well, we're going to run it back this year. You know, Good Soil was started just by observation, right? We were sitting down, we were in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we were sitting down thinking about, you know, is there some type of ecosystem to support entrepreneurs, founders, startups, small business, you know, people who are already in business that want to scale and grow. And what we learned was no one had actually, you know, articulated that idea in a way that gave people the chance to be in an atmosphere consistently to help them to grow, right? So we created this space called Good Soil HQ. As a matter of fact, you're gonna find this story funny. You know, it took us a couple of months to try to figure out what we were doing, and then we were in Atlanta, and it was the last Woman Thou Art Loose conference, and Bishop Chase got up and said, "Hey, we're creating this platform, and you can download it today." Well, it wasn't built yet. It wasn't built yet.
Sound about right.
So me and the two people that were on my team at the time, we were in the back building the landing page and the website and all that stuff, man. But today, with all the things that we're doing, about 40,000 strong businesses on our platform, we can only take a few thousand at our forum because The idea was to have this space that you can go into the app every day, learn, grow, develop, build relationships, network, get connected to resources. But then we would convene every year where we would do the same thing in person, but we wanted it to be small, intentionally, because the last thing we want to create is another event where you come and get overcoached and still leave undercapitalized.
So talk about that. So getting overcoached. So again, first of all, you are the COO of that's like a conglomerate which y'all got over there, man. Yeah. Right? So as somebody because I'm as an entrepreneur, and we just gave our openings speak, and I said something in there. I said, during the pandemic, we had a lot of people that thought they were entrepreneurs, right? And then once the money kind of dried up, you saw a lot of entrepreneurs just fall off, and not because maybe they weren't equipped, but what happens is you get that fast money, and then you don't start rectifying the mistakes that were there. You don't start filling in those gaps. And so when people come to Good Soil, they come in, but I know you as an awesome COO, but before that, you are actually a pastor of your own. You showed me the building you was about to get. So what are some of the things that that business owners lack that you learned what made you say, you know what, I can do this in Good Soil to help them as well?
Yeah, so I'm going to make it real simple, right? Across the board for any entrepreneur, any business owner, whether you're starting out or whether you are seasoned, you own your business for 5 years or 10 years, or whether you're trying to scale up, to the next level of multiple franchises perhaps, or even having an exit and selling your business, or trying to scale up and get that venture capital that you need. It's about growth, man. It's about your willingness to grow, which requires change, right? If you are going to grow as a business owner, you have to grow as a person. And growth is an uncomfortable thing. It requires change, and change is inevitable. And it's not the change that solves the culprit, it's the transformation that is necessary for you to get to where you're trying to go. That is the culprit, because transformation is the ugly part. It is the messy middle. It is the disintegration of your daily routine, perhaps, the disintegration of what you thought you had in mind, the disintegration of the people that you have around you, right? You can't get to the top with a group of people that never want to see you there. So a lot of things will disintegrate as you begin to develop to try to get to where you want to go. And that's hard. That's hard. You may have the wrong person in the wrong spot. You might be a solopreneur, and 96% of all Black businesses are less than one employee, right?
90%?
96%.
96% of all Black businesses are less than one employee?
That's right. That's right. Because you have the great idea, you might make the best chicken, you might provide the best services, but there's only one you. And so if you want to scale, the first thing that you need is people. Right, people around you to scale, right? And then you need the strategy, and then you need the execution of that strategy, and then you need the capital, right? And there's all different types of forms of capital. We can talk about that another time. But what I see across the board is the unwillingness to grow, to adapt to the market dynamics. The market constantly changes. Technology advancements, shifting consumer preferences. The biggest mistake I see entrepreneurs make is to think that they are their consumer.
Wait.
I'm not.
No. You can't run that. You cannot do that. So wait a minute. So I'm always a student, man. Every time, I don't know if the people know, but every time you talk, I love being in student mode. Right? Every time you talk, you be like, I don't mean, I be like, no. Chastise me, bro. Like, chastise me, bro. You said the entrepreneur make the biggest mistake by thinking they are the consumer?
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
If you, if you like, let's say, shrimp fried rice, right? And you make the best shrimp fried rice in the world, right? But you have a consumer base that wants noodles instead of rice, then make the noodles.
Okay, I get it. So you saying most entrepreneurs, they think from their perspective and not the consumer's perspective.
That's right.
So they thinking they are their consumer.
Yeah, because the idea of being a business owner or being an entrepreneur is to have a certain level of freedom, of autonomy. But it's a very thin line, because you might call yourself the boss, but you really just got a job because you're the only one working. So if you're a solopreneur and you're not looking to grow and to scale and to learn the concepts to do that, then it's not so much that you're a boss. You just got a job because you're the one that got to do the work.
So one of the things y'all doing is y'all bringing in this year, I hope I can say it, y'all are bringing in the big guns this year.
We got not only the big guns, man. I want to talk about that because that's a big deal. But it's also those workshops that we haven't started putting them out yet. But man, when we put out these workshops where you're really going to roll your sleeves up and again leave with the knowledge capital and the relationship capital that's necessary for you to grow. That's what we're talking about. To have an opportunity to leave with real tangible capital.
Yeah.
$500,000 we're putting up in the fast pitch competition. Also got some micro loans that's going to be available and more grants. But you have to be an attendee to get access to those things. So everybody that's coming is leaving. What Denzel say? I'm from the hood. I'm leaving with something. Is leaving with something. You're leaving with something. Even if you enter the fast pitch and you don't win, you're going to leave with a 30-page business plan for free. So we're real serious about this work, man. We're real serious about helping people to grow and overcoming their limitations personally, but also the limitations that are put in place because you don't have the structure and you don't have the strategy, right, or the system to help you grow.
Listen, I'm gonna say something. So as someone who has grown, I went from that person, just me and the ad team that I outsourced and we ran our ads. And as of now, we have a team of right about 14 people right now. So, I pride myself. Yeah, man, like we employ 14 business at Howard Enterprise right now. And my goal is to do 100. I'm always inspired by you all. And one of the things that we are going through, and you're right, man, growth is so painful, man. Like, and the people don't see it because we get up and we show up, but growth is so painful. I had on one of our calls, I told our team, I said, listen, one of our core values is mistakes are inevitable, but growth is non-negotiable, right? And because you make mistakes as you grow. But what I did realize was something that you said. See that structure, the systems and the strategy.
Yeah,
that is not easy.
Yeah, it's not.
That is not easy.
I want to give you a tool for that.
Come on.
I want to give you a tool for that. I'm going to do it by story. So, in the early 1900s, there were two groups that set out to go to the South Pole, make it there, and come back. One group decided that they were going to press their way regardless of the weather, regardless of the conditions, that they were going to keep moving even when people were exhausted. Another group decided that they were going to have a different approach, and their approach was called the 20-mile march. What they decided to do was to march 20 miles a day. That's it. That's it. The reason they did that is because they recognized success is not a one-time event. It is a series of disciplined actions repeated consistently. So you got to stop trying to make excellence the goal. Excellence is the baseline. Excellence is the baseline. Exceptionalism. Yeah, excellence is the baseline.
Yo.
On my team, excellence is the baseline. Wow. If you're not going to show up with excellence, then that is the benchmark for you to get in. Now, once you get in, it's about exceptionalism, and we're going to march 20 miles a day. And can you be consistent every day just for 20 miles? Because if you do that, we're going to make it. So what does that look like for somebody in business? It's, 5 new clients a day. It's 1 hour of skill development a day. It's I'm going to commit to exceptional service every day, even if I have one customer, or even if or whatever that looks like. It's the consistency, because if you'll be consistent in your actions, you're going to grow. You're going to scale. You're going to develop structure, and your team is going to have better observations than the ones that are exhausted because they just keep grinding it out and not having the grace with their grind to say, hold on for a second. What am I learning? What do I need to do differently? All right. Are we going in the right direction? And as a business owner, if you keep going where you're headed, you just might end up where you're trying to go. So you got to have moments of pause to say, do I have the right people on my team? What else do I need to learn? That's why we created the forum. So good. It's a moment of pause to help you with your 20-mile march.
Ooh, so good. I'm going to tell you why this is so good, man. I literally told my team on a call yesterday morning, I got on them. I said, listen, y'all, we are doing a good job, but good is not enough when excellence is on the line. But you just took me to another level, because excellence is the baseline. Exceptional is what y'all heard that? Excellence. Good is not even much. Hey, good is not even it no more, y'all. Like, if you come in here, you going for good, go back home. Go back home. Excellence is the baseline. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes. That means it's the floor. That means you step in, you got to step in here like, yo, I'm going to be excellent. That's so good, bro. That's why, I'm going to say something. Like, what I've been learning is the leadership team for every business is so important, right? The leadership team is so important, but it's the mindset of the leadership team. It's not just the visionary. So I have one of my mentors outside of you, because he is my mentor, y'all. Like, every time I'm in a bind, I'm in a bind, Nate. I'm in a bind, Nate. But one of my mentors told me something, and he said, your team should be set up not by titles, but by roles. You are a visionary. And if you are this was so powerful to me. He said, if you are the problem solver for everything, you need to fire everybody around you. I said, why? He said, because if you got to solve every problem, what are you paying them for?
Yeah. It's like I look at my team like organs in the body. So it's not about your title, it's about your function. heart, kidney, lungs, you know, and while they're all interconnected, they all have a specific function. And anything that's malfunctioning, okay, we'll have to take a look and see what we need to fix to get it functioning correctly.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at my team.
So good.
And the pieces, you know. And so we have some of the most incredible, successful business leaders coming. You are one of them, brother.
I'm honored. I'm coming. I'm looking at it like this. I'm be honest with you. I'm like, yo, I get a free ticket to Good Soul because I'm coming to be a student every time.
Man, you were there last year, and you're backed by popular demand.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Crushed it. It was so informative, and then you kind of did Trappin Tuesday, which was insane. People couldn't get in. We got to give you a bigger room this year.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but man, listen, look, P.D. Jakes is going to be there. Jerry Lorenzo is going to be there from Fear God. Oprah Winfrey.
Crazy.
Oprah Winfrey is the opening night, man.
Crazy.
And she's coming to tell you the real.
Crazy.
The good, bad, and ugly of running a business and what it really takes. And I mean, she's a genius. And so we're so deeply honored to have that level of entrepreneurs and business leaders who are saying yes to come and be with us and to share their wisdom and knowledge. And then the workshop speakers is crazy. Crazy. We got real operators, people helping you with procurement, people helping you with that loan, people helping you with AI. We got some of the best AI minds coming because if you're not adding AI to
I was about to ask you that. Are you
being left behind?
I was about to ask you that. Are you, and I know you are so like on the forefront, like, are you adding AI to what y'all are doing?
Everything. I'm acquiring businesses right now.
Oh, now you talking heavy. Now you talking crazy. Now you talking about.
Yeah, we're not playing around. That's my strategy to scale. I scale by buying companies.
This is a whole different kind of talk right here.
Well, I started when you can buy them.
This is a whole different kind of talk right here. See what I'm saying? This what he be doing. This what he be doing right here. I'm strategy. Oh yeah, we just buy them. Yeah, that's the scale. Scale here is look. But he told us though. He said people, structure, systems, strategy, execution. He gave us those 5. You got to pay attention. See, that's why I take notes. I don't just be listening. People, see, I take notes. I'm a note taker. I'm a professional note taker. But I also execute because I need to put it in place. And that's why I learn from people. Watch this. I learn from people. It's okay for me to say someone is better and smarter than me. Because what that does is it opens me up to say, I'm willing to go learn. A lot of times we let our ego get in the way. Oh, he ain't doing better than me. They ain't better than me. They ain't smarter than me. And you miss the whole mission. You miss the whole lesson. You miss the gateway. You miss your positioning. You feel me? So I'm like, hey, I'm a student, bro. They be like, hey, bro, you doing so good? No, I ain't. I'm a student. Teach me. Because what happens is I understand that the most powerful thing that you can always have in business is education. And we just heard this man say people, structure, systems, strategy, execution. Just in case y'all missed it. And that led to him, watch this, when they go acquire a business, they look at the people, the structure, the strategy, the systems, and how they are executing the product. That's what make them a prospect for them to acquire. I already know that because he gave me the verbiage. Talk to us, brother. Come on.
Man, listen, a few weeks, it was about a month ago. I can't keep track of my schedule, the days and whatever, but I think it was about a few weeks ago. I was in New York, and I had the privilege of meeting with BlackRock, Blackstone, Tiger Global, Vista Equity, all in the same week. Okay, I didn't go in that room as a know-it-all. I went in that room as a learn-it-all. That's how you got to show up, man. You know, I don't know what I don't know. And I'm coming to learn. I'm coming, yes, to do business, but also to learn and to build relationships and real connections that are not transactional, that are transformational, that are mutually beneficial. Okay. And, you know, and also to do business. And it was so transformative, man, because listen, I'm from Park Heights in Baltimore.
Oh, he gonna throw the B-more on us.
I ain't supposed to be there. I ain't supposed to be there. But I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
And I got this picture. I'm looking, I took a picture of it. I'm looking out at New York and from, you know, from like the 77th floor in this private equity firm. And, you know, me from where I come from.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta keep putting yourselves in the rooms that help you to grow and develop. And that's why what you do is so important. And that's the work we are trying to do with everything we got. Because let me tell you, if you're not looking at the landscape of what is going on,
come on,
no one else is coming to save you. You have to take matters into your own hands, and you got to connect with people who are really, truly trying to open some doors,
for
right?
Sure.
And who are not being gatekeepers, but giving you an opportunity to get through that gate. And that's exactly what we're doing at Good Soul, man.
Come on, man. Tell us, you know, do we have a link, Jose?
Yeah.
All right. So what we going to do is we going to get a link to, but anybody who's on my Instagram live, DM me the word Good Soil after the show. I'm going to send you the link and use the code Bishop. And then everybody who's on...
I got a new code for you.
Come on, what it is?
I got it just for you, right? And it's across all of our ticket levels. And it's just for your group,
Come
your
on.
team. And I think it's WS Trappin. Let me make sure.
That's the one we had What it is? Tell me what it is.
I don't know if my team is on here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't look. But it's WS Trapper. That's what it is. It's just like it was the last time.
All right, WS.
I'll text it to you.
Text it to me. All right, text it to me so while we end the show, I can tell my people, Jose. Yeah, text it to Jose because he on the chat over there. And then everybody, so we got about 200 people on this Instagram live. Anybody text me the word Good Soil after the show, I'm going to send you the link and I'm going to send you the code to use. Everybody that's on Trappin Tuesdays, Jose gonna get y'all the link. We're gonna send that. Listen, one thing I do know about y'all, man, and what I loved about Good Soil last year, that was my first time attending. Of course, it was the information wasn't just like information overload. It was tangible. It was listening to Tabitha talk about getting in these different stores. I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like listening to Bishop Jakes, just listening to, so I couldn't wait to get off stage so I could just listen to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I am. Like I want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just even me and you, man, like I am the professional student here. I feel like I'm the new kid on the block. And so I look at brothers like you who are so business savvy and that business acumen, right? I remember you came to me when you came out here, you said, yo, I'm gonna come to the H just to see the building. And you saw the building and I told you the vision. And you was like, bruh, anything I can do, let me know. And I think I love people like you because that's always my energy. Like, bro, whatever I could do to help you, because I'm learning so much. Like, I jumped in the ocean head first when I got this building. You know, you know what I'm saying? And so I lean on my own knowledge, but I also lean more on the people like you who I know who have done it, who have grown, who have scaled. My fearlessness takes me one place, but that information and knowledge takes you somewhere else. And for that, man, I know Good Soil is going to be amazing this year. What's the dates on it? Tell us again.
It's June 12th through the 14th. We got some special hangouts though on June 11th. So if you're in Dallas around that time, get in early.
Yep.
Anybody can attend those, and they are industry specific. So
man, I'm gonna bring my whole team, man. I'm gonna see
real estate, You know, but June 12th through the 14th is when it kicks off.
Yeah.
And we're kicking off in the morning, you know, with workshops so that you can really get in there, roll up your sleeves. And then we got a brother from South Africa, amazing business man. Usi Thembekwayo is his name. Killing it all over the world. He's flying over from South Africa to share his insight and wisdom. And then we got Linda Clemens, Dr. Linda Clemens. She's a body language expert. Right? Because we want to make sure that when you're getting an opportunity to pitch to an investor, your body language is right, your posture is right. You want to learn the science behind communication, because the problem with communication is the illusion that it happened.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. See, this is what I be talking about. He always do this. Between him and Pastor Don and Bishop, they always just throw something that you ain't even know is coming. So I just talked about communication and orating, and then you said, so tell me this. You said the thing about a communication is you don't know it happened?
Yeah, the problem with communication is the illusion that it happened.
What does that mean?
Not all communication is verbal, right? 55% is your body language. So when you're talking to someone, you ever been talking to somebody and they come back and say something completely different than what you said?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And you left going, oh man, or you met with your team and you had a meeting and you were clear and concise and nothing happened. Nothing happened that you said. The problem with communication is the illusion that it has taken place.
Wow.
Right? So just because you're talking doesn't mean you're communicating.
Oh, wow. Just because you talking does not mean you're communicating.
Yeah. So we got experts coming to help you with that, to help you understand that. It's going to help you in your life. It's going to help you in your business. It's going to help you in your relationships. You know, when I talk to my kids are grown, which is a whole different beast. Okay. My daughter's 22. My son's 27. You know, she's in Chicago. He's in New York. They're doing their thing, right? And when I talk to them now, I have to listen, which is my role in communication. So I have to listen to what they're saying. And when I listen, I have to do it from a different perspective. Means, you know, it was a different thing. Now they're grown, so they can make their own choices. So I have to listen for my space of wisdom to impart to them, because if not, I'll say the wrong thing. They'll tune you out.
Let me ask you a question before we go. Let me ask you a question. How important, I'm glad you said that, this just brought me here. How important is it for business owners, I want to frame this right, to listen to, because I know Bishop is heavy on what's the data? So how important is it for business owners, watch what I'm about to say here, to listen to their business?
It is vital. It is, you know, the math doesn't have an opinion. Right? It's vital. You know, it's vital. If you want to maintain or gain a competitive edge, you gotta know your numbers. You gotta know how many customers you have. You have to know their consumer habits. You have to know, you know, how much product you sold. You have to know what your inventory is. You have to know what the level of engagement is. You have to know what your net promoter score is. That means are the people you know, feeling good about being a part of your organization, and would they recommend somebody else to your organization? You need to know all that.
Yeah.
That gives you your competitive advantage, and it tells you how to enter into new markets. It tells you how to improve your customer service, and it also tells you when you need to change.
Okay, so here's something that I just learned, and I'm gonna put you on the spot right here. everything I know is just about business models, right? And I know that you are a businessman. I know that you are a COO. But you need to start a side business, another business where you are a business coach, because I'm willing to pay you $100,000 a year to be my coach, bro. I'm just saying. I'm putting you on the spot. I'm letting you know. You worth 100 to me. You hear what I'm saying? I don't know what nobody else know you worth, but you know, I'll cough up 100 to you. I'm just saying, like, I'll cough up 100. Like, I'm with it. You feel me? So I just want you to put that on your brain. You know, and I'm just gonna put on your brain. Hey, my brother say, he come to me. You know, I know you got a lot going on, but you just come to me and say, hey, bruh, you know, you still willing to up that 100? I'm gonna say, hey, just tell me what I say. Do you want wire? You want Amex? Cash? What you want? Talk to me. Bitcoin.
We just want the price locks in.
I'm setting the tone high, but everybody that want. Hey, I want to get all them out the way. I want to get all them out the room. 100 grand. I'm getting them all out the room. I'm getting them all out the room. Oh, man, my brother, thank you so much for what you do. Just off this live, I have a notebook. This is how I am. I catch everything. I have a notebook full of things that you just taught us in these 30 minutes. And so we are so excited. I'm gonna ask my team who wants to come to Good Soil. I am so excited, man, to not just speak that. That's an honor and a privilege. That got me in the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm there to learn and to be a sponge as always. So send us that code so I can send it to my people. Good Soil, y'all. The code works. Jose, you gonna put it in there? It's WS Trapper. All right, so Jose gonna drop it in there. Anybody on my Instagram, I'm gonna send that to y'all. June 12th through the 14th. On the 11th, if you get in a little early, we got something for you. Come in, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Leave us with something, man. Tell us something to go on, man.
Listen, man, it is our time. It is our moment to do the things that we've envisioned to do. And here's the wonderful thing. It's possible. It's possible. Everything you're dreaming about right now is possible. You just have to be willing to pay that price. And it is a price. Nobody can do it for you. But there are some people around to help you get there. We happen to be one of them.
Thank you, man.
I love y'all so much, man.
Man, thank you, brother.
I appreciate you, man. Absolutely.
I was showing all 32, man. My brother, I love you, man. Thank you for just taking the time out for us, man. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, man.
Absolutely, my friend.
Oh, man.
Say, how rich was that, bruh?
Bruh, that joint. They don't understand, though. Good Soil.
Bruh, he be doing, I'm gonna tell you something. This, between him, see what people don't know is, bruh, between him, Bishop, Pastor Don, bruh, I be in business overload with them guys, bruh. Let me put this up right quick. Dope, high level conversation. Hold on, y'all. This real time.
Yeah, we coming. They see what we doing. They see what we doing. While you doing that, though, most people, I need all the trappers to show up. Shout out to all the trappers that came last year.
Right?
Showed up deep, had their apparel on. Here's the crazy part. We went to church.
Facts.
We had Bible study.
Facts.
We had Good Soil. Then we had church to end it off, and the trappers showed up. Shout out to Baby Boy. He came through. Rich.
Baby Boy came through. Rich came through.
Dog, we was squatted up.
No, bro, that wasn't that.
That wasn't that?
No, that was Edify.
Okay, well, they came in that too.
Good Soil was when I had the suit on.
Oh, yeah. Look at me slipping. And you. Look at me slipping going out there to Potter's house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was trappers out there though too.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Nah, they came out. So salute to y'all. I'm talking about just being fed. And that goes back to what you were just saying where you good. Yeah, that goes back to what you were just saying in regards to some people like, the motivation, the this, that, and the third. You getting business and spiritual and, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask, let's before we get into, all right, we got 2 hours.
Hey.
We got 2 hours of the show. Let me ask y'all a question right quick. If you in the chat, what what was something that stuck out to them just now? Bro, I wrote so much stuff down here. Because here's what people don't get, right? And I get it. Everybody not going to be an entrepreneur. That's cool. But you still, even if you're not an entrepreneur and you're an investor, you still should start a business, right? But you also need to have the business mind frame. That business matrix should be developed in your head, right? And for me, I always want, listen, you saw what I said. This wasn't, hey, 100 grand, bro. Like, I ain't tripping.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know why? Watch this, bro. The 100 grand that I'm willing to pay him gonna save me millions.
All day. It's an investment. That's good. That's good. That's the seed that's planted in good soil.
There's a tweak.
One little small.
Because watch this. The Matt don't Matt have an opinion. I don't know what that. So watch this.
Cam just said that's alignment. That's the down payment.
Watch this. Here's a question, and here's why I'm willing to say this. Most people be like, man, I can learn this on Instagram. I can learn this on YouTube, right? But here's my question, right? Watch this. You talking to a man that just, no matter what your opinion is, like T.D. Jakes is a phenomenal man of God. He's also a great businessman, bro.
Yep.
The man got real estate out the wazoo. The man done shot 3 movies.
Books.
He got 2 bestsellers, 50 million books.
Yeah.
You feel me? Mega conferences.
Mega. Yep.
Partners with Wells Fargo. So that's his COO. The man just said, I was in the room with BlackRock, Blackstone, Tiger Capital. These are big. So watch this. What would you pay to get in business with somebody who was actually the brain, who's sitting on side of the person who building all that?
Who right in the trenches. Who in the trenches, bro.
Because here's what we gotta understand. The visionary gotta surround himself with people that's also, I'm telling you, my mentor told me that, bro, this last week. He said, listen, if every problem in your business you gotta solve.
Bro, I almost broke out into a praise dance back there.
Bro, me and LaShawna sitting on side him. And I'm gonna tell you something, there's no lie. There's no shade at my team or none of that, I promise. He said, I want you to look at the people you got on this board. He said, can they get you to 100 million? And at first I said, yeah. I said, I feel like my leadership team will get me there. 30 minutes, an hour into the session.
He's like,
I said, I don't know. I don't know. This ain't no hate on nobody. This is my team. I said, but what happens is you have a certain level of knowledge. And then when you get exposed to another level of knowledge, to somebody that see the game from another level from you, you gotta ask yourself, I'm looking at this from here, but now he looking at it from here. And so when I say, I don't know, he said, now we doing something. Because you said, I think so, too fast.
That's good.
Literally, LaShawna sitting on side of me.
That's good.
He said, look, this is your leadership team. He said, the goal is 100 million. All right, she said, so 100 million, that means you're gonna impact. I said, yeah, but I'm movies. I said, not just the education business. We talking movies, we talking plays, we talking about once this building come together, we talking about having our own network where we put people under us, we talking about touring, we talking about all this stuff. He said, cool, I love it. Let's map it out. Map it all out for him. He said, okay. He told me about his team. They breaking it down to boom, 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 because he ain't just showing me from what he think. He like, yo, here's my business model. Here's my business. He do something completely different. He got 9 figures in real estate. Bro. He got 12 different businesses where he's a part. He has 10% ownership in at least 30 businesses, right? So he said, okay, cool. Here's what I gotta do, here's what I do. He said, okay. I said, hey, I don't know. I said, I'm gonna be real with you. He said, and look what he said. He said, LaShawna, this ain't nothing against you. He said, now here's the thing I want you to understand. There's 4 things here that you gotta ask yourself. Well, first thing you do is just go into fire and frenzy. You don't just fire people. You gotta ask yourself this question. Did you train them right? Did you train them right? Did you help them develop? Did you understand who they are personally and professionally so you can align their goals with your business model and you base their production off that? He say, now we put systems in place. Do they understand the core values of the brand? Because if they don't understand the core values of the brand, they can never be in alignment with the brand. Bruh, I was just sitting there like, oh, I got work to do. He said, okay, you want to do the production company? Cool. You building it out. You won't do this, you won't do that. Cool. And like the education piece was like a small part of the brand, right? He said, okay, cool, bet. What does that model look like to you?
Yeah.
He said, it's very few things in life that make me speechless. But when I'm speechless, I know I'm learning. Because the way we programmed, we are programmed to have a response.
Yep.
Because immediately when it's coming, we trying to figure it out. He stopped me, I know. He said, nope, that's a response to which he making me sit on it.
Sit in it, yep.
And bro, when I sit in it, I'm just like, damn. He said, here's the great thing about it. You've done amazing. But you can't go get to 100 million by being good. That's what made me come up with the concept. He said, you can't go get to 100 million by being good. He said, what you've done so far is phenomenal. It's good, it's really, really good. But you settling for good when I just was like, oh, okay.
What Pastor say about excellence?
He just said, bro, bro, that's what killed me because literally I'm talking to my mentor, and when I'm talking from my mentor, I come up with the concept of why good is okay, but the whole beginning speech was catered around that. For him to come in and shit on that, bro. Real talk.
Yeah.
I'm bold enough to say he just shitted on what I just said, because we just did 35 minutes on you good. There's a tweak between good and great, and there's a big gap between excellence, not realizing that, yep, good and great is good, but then they got this thing called exceptional. All right, y'all, that's it. Trappin' Tuesday.
Go home.
Damn, bro. He said excellent is the baseline.
Yeah. And see, in here we couldn't catch all of it, so that's why because we could catch it in the back.
I reposted
So
it too.
you got it. No, you got it. We got it in the show.
He said excellence is the baseline. Excellence is the baseline.
That's where you start.
I had to stop.
You got to get out of bed excellent.
Nah, you got to come out. You got to wake up like, excellence.
Excellence. Yeah. Yep.
There's no such thing as a bad day. I'm having an excellent day.
Yep. Excellence.
You having a bad? Nah, I'm having an excellent day.
Woo.
That's the floor.
That's why I told you I caught the Holy Spirit back there, because just setting this joint up today, I was like, yeah, we had excellence. We ain't got no excuse. We ain't got no night. We got rock.
But here's the dope part what my mentor did telling me that was good. He said, you got to hold yourself responsible because it's not their fault. It's nobody on your team's fault if they're not up to par.
Yep, that's real. That's real.
It's your fault.
Yep, that's real. That's real.
I sat on that all weekend. That's why I got on that call Monday. I was on fire.
That's real.
Because I had to think about, like, all right, bro, like, what we doing here? Because here's the thing, bro. Excellence, when you wake out the bed excellent, when you get into some excellence, bro, like, the little things, like, they get handled. They get handled. And so I'm sitting in the room with my mentor and his COO. And he like, they drilling L.
She told me.
But they drilling her from a...
But she said she loved it.
Bro, they drilling her from a way. They like, and he like, no, you don't answer. You don't answer. You don't answer. We don't want you to answer. Because I'm trying to like, yeah. He like, no. Let her answer. I'm like, oh.
You got to sit in it.
Because I want her to say the right thing. But he like, no, don't you answer. And now she the chief of staff. But he like, no. He said, that's what he told me this. He said, hey, take them titles and throw them in the trash.
Boy, I'm about to run around this whole building.
He said, take them titles and throw them in the trash. Because this is a good bar he gave me. He said, when you grow a company, most people try to grow their company. So he didn't tell me this about L, but he told me this was me and him. He said, you grow a company, because he said, when you grow a company, most people won't grow their companies. Watch this. But when they grow their company, you hire people. And when you hire people, you go from lean to bloated. And a bloated company don't mean a great company. But if you grow your company based on quality, then quality automatically does what's necessary. So if you put quality people in the seats, not in the titles, but if you put quality people in the seats,
Man.
bruh, he said if you put, not the titles, he said, listen, your title is not COO, CEO. Your title is not founder. Your title is visionary. That's your title. That's all you got. Everything goes under you helps. The only person he said should have a title is your CFO, because they dealing with your money. That way when something come up wrong, you know exactly. He said, everybody else, that title, throw it out the window. Throw the titles out there and put roles and responsibilities on people. Because when you put roles and responsibilities, this is what he tell me. He said, because titles make people demand pay. Bruh, he said titles make people demand pay.
Because I've been doing that.
Because if they're gonna do.
Google search.
This role, this title gets paid this much. This title get paid this much. So based on based on the research I've done, this is what this title gets paid in the marketplace.
And this is what I need to be doing. Only the black and white. This is good. This is a good episode right here.
He say titles make people demand pay. Now, I paraphrased it. That's me saying it, but that's how he, I'm gonna make it short. Titles make people demand pay, but roles and responsibilities, watch this. This is me telling you this. Roles and responsibilities qualify people for pay. That's me telling you that. That's how I'm thinking. When I'm, bet, I got it.
This whole
like he said it to me in a different way. I'm paraphrasing the way titles make people demand pay. And here's the thing, as a company that wants to grow, watch this, you get bloated because you're paying people for titles and they not doing the role and responsibilities. They saying, this is my title, this is what I do. I don't do nothing else. So here's what you do. You hire somebody this title, so they not doing this, so guess what you go do? You go look and figure out who can do this, and you go hire somebody else. And then I get paid this, and so now this person will oversee this person, and you go hire somebody else to do that. So now you bloated. So now what happened? The profit margin done shrunk. But you got a whole payroll full of people with titles. With titles. Instead of having quality, hey, here's the role I'm looking for. Here's the responsibilities that I need to be taken care of. Here's the roles, here's the responsibilities. He said the only role, the only title, bruh, is the CFO, because he handling your bread, or she handling your bread. You're the visionary, and everybody else got a role. I said, I said, hey, I robbed you again. That's what I told him. I said, I robbed you again, dog. He said, well, he just laughed. I said, I robbed you again. I robbed you again. He said, how? I said, because I just got more than my money's worth. And I still got 5 more months. I still got 5 more months on this tab.
We done. We're good.
I still got 5 more months on this tab.
Hey, this whole week.
Bro, I came.
Since you came back and hit the.
Bro, I came back on a different mindset, dog. I did that for 2 days. I came to church. I went to Bible study. I said, bet. And I just sat on it. I said, you know what? That. Replay everything. That's why I was able to paraphrase some of the stuff, because he ain't actually said it like that. That's me putting in our words. You know what I'm saying? So I know when he hit it, he'll be like, damn, I ain't even said that good. You know what I'm saying? So.
Bro, we had our 10 a.m. meeting. I made it at 10 a.m. and still felt late as I was like.
You feel me?
I was like, oh, shoot.
You know why?
Because
that was my brain.
That's the baseline.
I left that saying to myself, I haven't put my people in position right. I haven't set the tone. I'm so busy doing this and doing that and doing this. I ain't really set the tone for my people yet. All right, man, let's get to the goddamn show. All right, let's.
We got the mantra.
Let's go, mantra up. We're gonna mantra up, y'all. Hey, tell me how y'all feel. I know a lot of people like Trappin. I know entrepreneur, bro. I don't care about none of that. My bad, y'all. I done ran it for
quotes, all the notes.
We at 840. I done ran it. God darn. My bad, fam. Dang. My bad. That's why, listen, one of the things I can't wait to learn, real talk, what I can't wait to do is like 2 years from now, literally, once the Freedom Center is really like up and running how I visualize it, and after I done, bro, we gonna hold classes for business owners. Because what I'm learning, bro, outside of what I already knew, and what I'm tying in to make this thing function, the mistakes I done made, bro, that's what I'm teaching people from, bro. What I'm paying to learn and still come and do, bro, entrepreneurs if you from 0 to, watch this, to 20 million, because I'm with you.
Right.
I know you're doing some stuff wrong.
Yeah.
From 0 to 20 million, I know you're doing some stuff wrong. And I ain't just trying to teach about, I'm bringing, because I done built that, I done built a whole different network of people in business. Like, not just, and there's no shade to nobody, nothing like that, not just the people that, like the people I'm rocking with right now, they might got 1,000 followers.
Yep.
They might got like 700 followers.
And only a LinkedIn.
But they killing it in business.
Right.
That's the people I'm bringing to us, because I don't want, watch this, I don't want you to have an Instagram business. I want you to have because I'm learning how to build it out. I ain't afraid to say it. But that's what the Freedom Center gonna be. You come learn real business, not, oh, here's some information I learned. It's $20,000 now.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned, I'm an entrepreneur. Let me teach you how to scale a 7-figure business. It's $50,000 to learn. What, nigga? What? That's price gouging. Yeah, the mentorship is $1,700,000. Nah, bro. If you from 0 to 20 million, bro, come here, I got you. Because what we do, we document everything we doing here.
Everything.
I document everything I'm doing here because I got to go back and be like, damn, I really did that. How the hell I did that? And running a business is the backbone of America, bro. It's the backbone of America. That's why I'm willing to go pay somebody $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 to teach me something. And people be like, damn, Trap, why you charge so much? Here's why. Because why you pay so much? Why you willing to do that? Because here's why, bro. You go to college and learn business from people who haven't ran businesses. You go to college from business and learn business from people who haven't learned businesses. Whereas, on the other hand, bro, my mentor, that man probably got 12,000 followers.
Yep.
Right, dude, we're 9 figures, bro.
And you wouldn't notice him when you go to the mall.
Bro, you see him, he look like a goofball. And let me say something right quick. That's real important. They're gonna be mad at me when I say this. I don't care the color of your skin if you're teaching me business. I ain't on that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna come teach us. But I don't care the color of your skin if you're teaching me business. Asian, white, black, Mexican. Don't matter to me, bro. Cause you heard what bro just said. Money don't got no opinion.
That one right there?
The numbers don't got no opinion. What the hell? How the hell he even thought of that? Oh. Man, shit. This is gonna be a long show, y'all. Shit, it's 8. All right, 10:30, we can finish. 10:30. How y'all feeling in the chat, man? How y'all feeling in the chat? Hey. That man say money, the numbers don't have no opinion, bro. That was crazy. Let's get to it, man. I am a certified Wall Street, bro. It's 9. Do we gotta do the match or dog? Can't we just get?
We gotta do the match.
I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me for that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I'll turn our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go. L, let me ask you a question right quick before you go, L. Let me ask you a question. Cut the beat. I'm on it right now. You sat down with me for 8 hours with my mentor and his COO.
She said super intense.
She said super. I was about to say, how was it?
But super informative. Like, I've never, as a person,
You going too heavy right now, and nobody can hear you.
Hold up.
Nobody can hear you.
Somebody said, Trap, why you keep pump faking the mantra? Man, I just feel like, you know what, Jose? I'm going to tell you something, though, bro. I think I'm a pretty good interviewer, bro. All right, so tell me, L, so you sat in the room, we sat in that room, we got straight off a flight.
Yes.
We got straight off a flight at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
We got there at 10:45, 11 o'clock.
Yes.
We finished at 5.
Yes.
How was it?
Again, super intense, super informative. I've been in the industry a little under 20 years, and I have never seen a mentorship like that before. Like, out the gate.
Punching in the face.
Right, like, from the time you sat down, like, he knew your stuff, first and foremost. Like,
he knew my damn business.
He knew your business. Like, he wasn't asking you questions or anything like that. So I could tell that you guys had a strong rapport, and that he was, like, he had you in mind when you got there. And he held no bars, like
no fluff,
nothing. He was not, and you are intimidating, but he was not intimidated.
That small, puny ammo didn't back down.
Did not back down, but it was good. Like, it was really watching iron sharpen iron. It was great. Like, you are an excellent student, a professional student, so it was really great watching just that whole exchange in action. But he dropped so many nuggets, and it was like concrete things that you can actually use
tangible.
to build and scale your business.
I was telling Jose, like, one of the things was like, he would ask me a question, and in my mind, I'm so quick on my feet, like I'll try to answer, he'll be like, nope.
Yeah.
He'll cut that short, like, nah, you answering because you wired that way. No, stop. He'll ask me a question to keep peeling back the layers. He like, nope, peel it back. And I'm like, bro, like what? He'll ask me the question so much till I get to a point like, bro, I don't know. He's like, okay, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Because if you got to answer for everything, you don't need to be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you got to answer for every question, you don't need to be here. So I'm going to keep, you don't got enough answers for all the questions, because watch this, you don't got, your business depth ain't as deep as mine. So I'm going to keep on asking until I get you to a point of question submission. He done asked me the same question to keep peeling back, so I'm like, bro, I don't know. Okay, now we can start working. And this happened multiple times. He asked me a question, I'll answer. He asked me another one, I'll question. I answer, he said, no. Until I say, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, now I can start teaching you. Every time. Thank you, I appreciate that.
For sure.
All right, let's get to it, man. Bro, what can we talk about today, bro? I don't even know what to talk about. We got 30 freaking slides, 17 videos,
and they got
a hotline.
Got cooked.
Where do I start at?
Let's go 1 or 2 and then go into the hotline.
Let's go portfolio first. We don't even, y'all know the market was up today. It was up yesterday. It was up Friday. 3 days in a row. We had 3 green days in a row, y'all. Man, yep, they know all that. Let's go to... God, bro, this is a good episode, though, bro. Jose, you got to give it to me, though, bro. I'm a good interviewer.
Yeah, all day.
Come on, bro. I'm a pretty good interviewer when it comes to,
because you got to be able to ask those right questions.
Like, I'm a pretty good interviewer when it comes to, like, asking, like, you know why? Because here's the thing that people don't, I'm going to ask the person because I'm asking from a student perspective. We're going to start a show, the original show, The Wealth Connect.
That's the original, John.
The original. So they don't know Trappin. So it was originally, when we came back, it was supposed to be called The Wealth Connect. I say, nah, Jose, we're going to hold that for something else. I know a bunch of business people now, but we're going to start having a business. Jose, we're going to line that up. Once the Freedom Center coming up in one of them rooms over there, we doing The Wealth Connect, bro. They going to come sit on, it's going to be like a TV show. You know how you do the late night talk show where you got the desk, and then you bring on the person right there? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here on the desk. We're going to have the Wealth Connect thing. They're going to sit right there, and we're going to have that conversation. Like,
see, they seeing the visionary live in effect.
Huh?
They seeing the visionary live in effect right now.
Oh, yeah, that's how I operate.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have the same feel, but you know how them late night talk shows used to be, like Jay Leno and them, where they sit in the desk and the person come right here? I think we can do that where we have, like, me sitting in the desk, me sitting in the chair, they come on, we bring them on, we tell you how dope they are, then they talk. Boom, but we don't just do one person, we do 1 or 2 people. And so now 2 people at a time. So we have 2 people, 2 different industries having different ways to handle business. And at the same time, we asking the questions. So it's a different spin on the, we don't want to hear your backstory. We don't care if you was homeless for 17 years.
Get straight to the meat and potatoes.
We don't care if your mama was getting wick and you slept in a cardboard box. We've been through that. We done heard that story. Everybody has it. Here's what I learned, and this is not a funny thing. Either people be lying, or I don't think everybody is lying. You don't realize how many people went homeless before.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, people like, man, everybody, no, like, I remember hearing E said, And then when I heard E said, watching E, when I started, it made me comfortable with saying like, shit, shit don't matter. Like I was homeless before. Like it made me like I was kind of like shy about it and they'll be like, damn, I was homeless. You know, like, nigga, you homeless, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you young, like, that nigga ain't got nowhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro, people be harsh. You feel me? But I remember E saying it and I remember being comfortable about it. Now, I ain't never eat out the trash cans. That ain't my story.
Yeah, he went a little different with that.
That ain't my story. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Couch hopper.
Nah, I'll go steal out the stove before I eat out the trash can. I'm a cold-blooded thief. I'll go steal out Winn-Dixie, Schwagman, Robes. We didn't have that in New Orleans. We had Robes, Winn-Dixie, Schwagmans. I'll go steal out the store in a minute. I'll go steal some noodles. I'll go do all that. I ain't tripping. I'll go start the thrift store. That's how I used to get some clothes. I wasn't tripping on none of that. But E made me comfortable with telling that part of my story. Because at first it was just the prison part. When E used to be on some, oh, eating out of trash cans, I'm like, God damn, E. That's another level of homeless. That dog, like, out the trash can, bro? God damn. God damn. E took it to another level. But what I didn't realize is like, once you start hearing people tell you stuff, I'm like, yo, wait, hold up. Like, people be homeless.
Like real life homeless.
Like real life. And I didn't realize that. Like, and at first I was like, damn, all these people, you start to realize, like, watch this, bro. Life has been hard for black people in America, bro. And I can't speak about white people because I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I remember I was in prison one time and a white dude told another white dude, a white guard, I never forget this, bro. He told a white inmate, you letting that good white skin go to waste. And we used to call the dude White Mike. He was my partner. We used to work out together. He had a tattoo. We used to call him White Mike. He used to work out with all the black dudes, chill with us. Now remember, when you in prison, you ain't seen racism till you seen redneck, backwood white folks. City white folks, they don't be racist as y'all think they is, right? They be all right. When you go in them backwoods in prison, where the #1 job is working in the prison, different level. Different level. And that dude told White Mike, I never forget the officer, he said, you letting that good white skin go to waste. I said, what the? I had to ask, I said, bro, how you feel about that? He like, man, I beat his ass up. He said a different way though. He said, I beat that. But I had never heard that before. I had never heard that before. We working out. We pumping so White like, yeah, man, he talking that? He talking because he working out. But the iron power, in prison, the iron power be there, but it's a bunch, the prison's 80% black people. And I remember him saying, like, Hispanic people, Spanish people, they have a hard life too. But I never heard that. He said, called my partner White Mike, called his name out. He said, man, you letting that good white skin go to waste. And he was so bold, bro. He just said it. We on a weight pile. He just said it to him. I'm talking about, we on the iron pile. He's just looking like, and look, the white dudes in prison be having the dip. He sitting there, and you can see, but we ain't paying no mind because they all look like that. They all look, we always tell them they're incest babies. We tell them all that. Me no but little incest baby. We tell them your grandpa worked here, your grandpa worked here, your uncle was the warden, all y'all kin. If somebody been in prison, they all be kin. So he just sitting there, he spit. He called my partner name, my partner look at him like, what's up, sorry? He said, you letting that good white skin go to waste. And everybody on the weight pile was like, Mike was like, man, I beat his whole ass up. But it just took me off guard to hear that. But back to what I was saying, like, I didn't realize how many people be homeless, bro. And it comes in different forms. It comes from sleeping from pillar to post. It comes from, in my situation, I slept in an abandoned car. I slept in an abandoned crib. I slept in the crack houses in the back. I slept in some of my people's house sometimes, so I pissed them off. But I didn't realize, especially, watch this, people who going after a dream and a vision, they really go homeless. When people going after a dream and a vision, they really go homeless. Because it takes everything in you. And I said, damn, bro, like, this is an epiphany for me. Anyway, let's get to it, man. Recession portfolio, let's go, y'all. I apologize. This show, I hope y'all don't feel like this show is a waste, y'all. Like, I know y'all want to talk stock talk. I think some shows just grow in a different direction, and we got to be cool with that.
It's organic.
We got to be okay with letting the show flow a different way sometimes.
That's why we live.
That's why we live. This ain't no pre-record. We got to let it flow another way. Sometimes we got to be cool with it. All right, y'all. So here, I wanted to show y'all something today. I really didn't want to speak on this, right? I really didn't want to speak on this, but I got to be real with y'all about this. Y'all remember at one point, and I took a screenshot of it. At one point, I was down 1.5 million. We at 800 now. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, we got 250 sitting on the side. We down 800. Hey, and watch this. That's with just 2 green days last week and 3 green days this week. That's with 2, 3, we had 2 back. We had a Friday and a Monday last week. We had a Friday, Monday, Tuesday this week. We was down 800, we was down 1.5 million at our lowest point. We down 800 right now. We got 20-something plays in motion. We added some new plays. Breathe a little. Just breathe a little. Huh? We just if I can get to 500, I'm at the, what I had said? Yeah, just accept. You feel me? All right, so let's talk. We did get in a couple plays. We'll put them up here. I wasn't super aggressive during that because we don't know what the bottom was, but we did get in some plays. So let's talk about it. So we got the AMAT, ANAT, AVGO, they still down. But I think they all in that 60% range. AMAT and ANAT, they kind of like they in a jam. AVGO, I feel like we'll be all right over there because AVG always does this thing where it'll take off by itself. Like it'll do something when the rest of the market ain't doing something, it'll just take off by itself. So I'm okay with that, all right? So 2 weeks ago last week, and I can show it because these are pretty expensive. If you get in them, you get in them. AutoZone play, Costco play, day up. Now, what I will say is this, I'm not going for 100% in this thing. If I can get 40, 50%, I'm willing to share it. I'm willing to take some profit. I can get anywhere between 30 to 50%. I'm willing to share it. I'm willing to take some profit off that. I'm okay with that. But if I can, that's my goal. If I can get 30 to 50%, I'm willing to share it. I don't gotta go for 100 in this area because we are not out the waters. We are far from it. But if we do recall, I said, I think that that bounce we had, I said, I figured we can get somewhere to early April, before April the 2nd. I felt like the market would give us a little more footing. One of the things I don't want to say regret about is, I'm not a fan of Tesla with everything that's going on, but I'm not gonna lie, when that sucker dropped 15% in one day, just knowing how the market was, we should have knew it was gonna bounce. It had been dropping, and then one day it dropped 15%. Like, and those are the type of things that you put on your radar and remember next time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then what really helped was the White House just started fighting for it. This the crazy part. It would have dropped further. They went on a hard campaign. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, the Tesla truck in the front of the White House, the Tesla in front of the White House. Bro, check this out. Any other business, hear me out when I say this. Any other business, once people start setting cars on fire, start having freaking picket, protests, that stock about to keep falling, bro. Yep. Bro then went on a whole campaign trail. Bro did a event like 2 days later, Donald Trump said he getting a Tesla. The board people saying they getting Tesla. Then they drop a Tesla task force. Bruh. They dropped a Tesla task force for people. They on the news like, hey, if you burn a Tesla and we catch you, hey, you going to prison for terrorism.
They going crazy.
Bruh, what?
That whole thing is a soap opera right there, though.
Bruh, in my mind, I was just like, yo, and because I'm not an emotional investor and because I'm just sitting there like, bruh, like any other company, this easily right now a 150 stock. No lie. No lie. Any other company right now with everything surrounded, the company dropped sales in Europe. It came out today. European sales dropping. Cars are on fire. People are protesting. They got what's called a Tesla Action Day Saturday, bro. The people around the world, the people are selling Tesla stocks. People are literally saying, yo, we trading a Tesla. Then you had a recall. This all happened at one time. The stock supposed to be $150.
Man.
No lie. The stock supposed to be $150, bro. And the reason why I'm really pissed off, because it ate my put up in one day. I'm pissed off. Because everything around it says this stock is supposed to be $150, bro. Everything around it says this stock is supposed to be $150.
Everything.
There's no way. You miss sales in Europe. Revenue has to be declining. Deliveries have been declining. You getting beat out the frame in China. You not killing it in Europe. People are literally, you had a recall on all Tesla trucks. People are setting the cars on fire. Investors, this is the first time people are coming on TV saying, yo, I don't feel confident in my Tesla stock.
Insurance going up also.
Bruh, the stock is supposed to be $150, bro. No lie. No lie. No lie. Bro, they went on a campaign. Bro put the Tesla truck on the lawn. Bro put the red Tesla Model T on the lawn. Donald Trump said, I'm buying a Tesla and got in the Tesla. You don't get listen, a Super Bowl commercial ain't as good as a marketing campaign in front of the White House with the president, bro. A Super Bowl commercial ain't that good. And you got it for free. Well, not free because that was your $100 and something million in campaign fund, but I'm just saying. Some light. You worth $400 billion, a light $100 million. Then you get a Tesla task force. Some stuff you don't supposed to chase. You just gotta say, you know what? I'm gonna take that L and go about my business. So I took a little L on that one. I think it was like $9,000. It's supposed to be a $150 stock though, bro. And Kathy Woods got the audacity to say this stock gonna be $2,400. Where, Kathy? Flush Kathy, man. Flush Kathy. She pissed me off too, that dumbass shit. And here's the crazy part, bro. No lie. I've owned the stock since 2017. I've owned it since about 2017. Now, this one she made the first prediction. She was early and she was on time. I'm not gonna lie. She told us in 2015 that Tesla stock was gonna be about a $2,000 stock, and she was right. Remember, that dude, they did a split like 3 times on Tesla stock. So she was right on that, but Kathy. Come on now, Kathy. 2,400? So now that mean they going all in on the autonomous robots, and I don't know how I feel about that. I think we easy 10 years from that. Why? Here's what I'm about to say. Not the robots, the autonomous cars being the way that they want them to be.
Yeah, nah, we got some.
I think we 5 to 10 years away from that.
Yeah, we got
I could be wrong. I'm not saying they're not going to happen because they got the cars out now. They got them right now. But the way that they are, the way, like, the vision for them, that don't happen overnight. No, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. We are going there regardless. Ain't nothing we can do about that. But the way that they want it, I easily say we 5, 10 years away. from that. All right, let's go a little further. And I could be wrong. So we put the AutoZone play in, that's doing good. Costco play doing good. CrowdStrike had a dope rebound. CrowdStrike. Let's go a little further so we got that. I thought we had 2 CrowdStrike plays. We got another one? We got another, something missing. Flick it again. We should have one more. We have another one of these. CrowdStrike. Okay, there you go right there. There we go. I knew someone was, I knew we was missing one. All right, so here's the other CrowdStrike play we down. Listen, don't let the red scare you. We gonna be all right. You feel me? We was down 1.5. We at 800. Listen. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't gonna lie, Jose. Hey, when I get up $10, listen, when we go from 1.5 to a positive $10, you ain't gonna be able to shut me up, cuz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've been in the fire. I got the speech ready. I'm altering it every day. I'm altering the speech every day. Every day I add a little bit more to it. That's gonna probably be my best opening ever. I was down 1.5 million with the screenshot. We up $10. Stop playing. Patreon on sale. I'm trying to tell you, cuz. The crazy part is I know it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it crazy. That's what makes it crazy. I know it's gonna happen. And then we battle tested. I'm running an ad on it and everything. I'm running an ad on it. You know why? Because everybody talking. Here's what I know is that I'm gonna be real. This ain't no shot at nobody. I ain't seen nobody in these last 5 weeks talk about losses.
Oh, yeah, nah.
I ain't seen nobody in 5 weeks talk about losses. Just me. And I know for a fact somebody took some L's. There's no way in these 5 weeks you ain't take no L on something. Because it was too sporadic. You probably switched over, played some pussy in there, but you still was, you was only playing push trying to hedge what you had. Real talk. You was playing puts hedging what you had because it happened abruptly. You probably started positioning, as you going out, as you smart, because that's what I did. I say, okay, let me back up a little bit. Okay, position here. I think we did 3 puts in the beginning. We made some money. We made a little bread on them, but we got out of it. Then we did another put. We kind of lost some bread on it. It was so sporadic, right? I'm cool with them L's today because I know. You ain't that nigga you say you is. Shout out to Rich Homie Quan. All right, let's go a little further. Go back. All right, the Goldman Sachs play. Listen. So me and Sean was talking yesterday. This play here is under pressure. The April 17 play is under pressure. Here's why. I'm okay with this play here. I'm okay with the 6.9, the 660, and the September plays. I'm okay with them. The 620 April play is under pressure. Here's why it's under pressure. Sean, they got earnings April the 15th, right? They got earnings April the 14th, 2 days before the doggone thing expire. So I gotta make a decision. I gotta make a decision. So right now that play is down, I think 65%. It done got back. So it's down 65%. I'm already in my 30-day time frame because we on March 20-something, right? I'm already in my 30-day time frame, right? The market rebounding a little bit right now. We had 3 back-to-back green days, and today the market fought back. The NASDAQ kind of stayed there. It got all the way down to 10%. The S&P actually turned negative. The Dow was negative majority of the day. The last 30 minutes, it popped. I think we did 70 grand a day. So I said, okay. So I got a decision to make. This is just me being realistic with my people, right? We got a decision to make, right? The decision here is we got about 3 weeks until 2.5 weeks to earnings. To what? We got 20 days to earnings and 22 days to expiration. Gotta make a call. Now, we was down 80%. We at 62%, now 63%. We got a decision to make. I think the biggest decision gonna be what happens between now and April 2nd. You know they call April 2nd Liberation Day?
I ain't never heard that.
That's what they call it, April 2nd, Liberation Day. Well, because that's the day Donald Trump has the reciprocal tariffs. So, Jose, April 2nd, we gotta go live. We gotta decide if we're gonna do the network page or we gonna do the Wall Street Trapper page. I'm talking about we probably gotta go live that whole day.
The 2nd on Wednesday.
We gotta probably go live that whole, like we gotta get up in the morning, like we probably gotta be here we gotta find out what time they go and we gotta just get on. We gotta be on live all day. All day. Real talk.
All right,
we gotta set it up all day because
I'll work it out.
We need to pay attention to the market that whole day. That whole day. They call it that Liberation
Yeah, everybody
Day.
follow the personal page. I'm about to put
So we're gonna do it on the personal page?
Yeah,
all right, so we're gonna do it live on the Wall Street Trapper page.
Yep.
Now I think we should do it on this page. Because remember we talking about the network. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
Right.
We'll send an email out. But because that's the day that he understanding, are we gonna go? So he came out and said, we're gonna do reciprocal tariffs. Reciprocal tariffs, we got a story on that. We're gonna run that after this. Matter of fact, run that right quick. Run the reciprocal tariff video. Come on, Jose. We gotta work this time, cuz. You see me working this time right now, boy. Hey, run that reciprocal tariff from where we explain that. I got a video for y'all. Let's run that.
The big money is coming in on April 2nd, from April 2nd.
The next round of President Trump's tariffs will be reciprocal tariffs, which economists say threaten far more countries than his other trade policies.
Whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth.
But economists overwhelmingly agree that the move will hurt U.S. consumers with rising prices. Tariffs in general raise the price of everyday goods because companies pass the higher importing cost onto consumers. But reciprocal tariffs will amplify this effect because the policy will raise tariffs across so many more industries.
Tariffs tend to reduce entry by foreign companies. They don't find they're not going to have enough of a market to make it worth the investment to enter that market.
This would reduce the variety and reliability of products available to American consumers. But Trump sees reciprocal tariffs as a way to even the playing field.
Countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them. It's very unfair. We have been ripped off for decades by nearly every country on earth, and we will not let that happen any longer.
The idea of fairness never involved a comparison of tariff line by tariff line, because there were just so many more issues on the table in thinking about what is a fair deal.
The U.S. is one of 166 members in the World Trade Organization, and under WTO rules,
you have to offer all the members of the club your best rate except you're willing to cut these special deals with friends. There is a presumption built into the World Trade Organization that lower rates overall are a good thing, not only for the world economy, but for individual countries.
Trump blames the imbalance in tariff rates for the growing U.S. trade deficit.
China's average tariff on our products is twice what we charge them.
Some economists point to the fact that the U.S. needs to run a trade deficit because other countries want to acquire dollar-denominated assets because those assets have historically been viewed as safe assets.
Some economic experts point to the federal budget deficit as another reason the U.S. consistently has such a big trade deficit.
That is a source of the need for borrowing from abroad.
Economists say they're generally not concerned about the trade deficit because debt isn't inherently bad. It just means the U.S. is borrowing from the rest of the world. But economists do watch the level of U.S. debt overall.
There is a case to be made that we need to reduce consumption relative to our income. How do we do it? Certainly not with bilateral tariffs.
That's because higher tariffs don't just reduce imports, they reduce exports too. When imports go down because tariffs make it more expensive for American companies to buy foreign goods, there are fewer dollars in foreign markets, driving up the dollar's value. This makes American exports more expensive for trade partners, so they buy less of them. In the end, imports and exports both go down, leaving the deficit unchanged. According to economists, another reason why reciprocal tariffs won't reduce the trade deficit is because companies often shift their supply chains to other countries to avoid high tariffs.
We have reduced our trade with China, but we still need the things that we used to get from China. Companies that make footwear have turned to subcontractors in Vietnam to avoid the high tariffs that were placed under the first Trump administration. This happened for a lot of different goods, and altogether you saw the U.S. trade deficit with Vietnam growing. You will be like playing whack-a-mole. You will try to close the deficit on one country, and it will just pop up for another country.
Trade experts say that implementing reciprocal tariffs will be logistically complicated because there are thousands of items that are affected by tariffs, and the U.S. has nearly 200 trading partners. Some economists argue that reciprocity doesn't make sense as industrial policy.
Whatever they're charging, we're charging. Very simple.
What it does is it gives other countries the right to set our tariff rates. So if another country wants to protect something that we don't feel we need protection, something that we're really good at, we adopt their tariff rate because we retaliate against them if they won't lower their tariff rate.
Many countries already have lower rates than the U.S., and it's unclear whether Trump's plan involves lowering rates too. Trump has also said he wants to use reciprocal tariffs to target the European Union's value-added tax, which is similar to a sales tax.
They have a 20% VAT tax, which we're considering to be similar or the same as the tariff.
The U.S. auto industry has been getting hammered and hemorrhaging jobs for so long. It is massively unfair treatment, and the president's making clear that we are going to pursue a policy of reciprocity.
This reciprocal tariff plan is just another example of Trump's far-reaching protectionist agenda.
I think there's two possible outcomes. One is the rest of the world then says, okay, it's a free-for-all, we all going to raise our tariffs. But there's an alternative path, and it's one that is actually more likely than a lot of people might think, which is that the rest of the world says, okay, the U.S. is going its own way. We don't think that that is enhancing to our economies, and we will band together. Basically, it will isolate the United States.
Let's go all right, let's stop right there before we go a little further. What we're going to do is, let's look at this. So Donald Trump is being judged by his peers, y'all. Tell me if that was good or not. Listen, we got y'all. We're going to educate y'all. We just need y'all to hang in there with us. You feel me? All right, so watch this right quick. Judged by your peers, here's how the markets feel about Donald Trump, right? About the tariffs. We're going to talk about it a little bit. President Trump is handling of the economy. 44% say they approve, 54% say they disapprove. This came in. All right, President Trump's efforts on trades and tariff. 41% say the right change, 38% say the wrong change, and 18% say no change. Tariffs will be inflationatory, meaning it's going to make inflation go up. 78% of people said yes. Is it bad for growth? 88% of people said yes. Negative for unemployment. 75% of the people said yes. All right, let's go back to where we was. All right, come to me right quick. Let's talk about this right quick as a squad. Come to me right quick. All right, so watch this. We need to understand something, right? One of the things we need to understand is what is a VAT tax. So we see them talking about that, right? A VAT tax. You never heard about it? It's a value-added tax. All right, so let's talk about that. It's a value-added tax. So Europe is killing us with the VAT tax. So when we look at a VAT tax, it is goods and services levied at each stage of the supply chain. So at each stage of the supply chain, there's a tax that's added. Europe does that. I'm not gonna lie, Europe whooping our butt with that. They use it actually as a tariff under another name, right? And it actually deals with the cost of production of the goods and the point of sale of a good. So they kind of hit you on it a couple times, right? Which is why it costs so much for get American cars up in Europe, but it don't cost that much to get European cars up in here. So one of the things I will say that Trump said was, yo, we gonna start taxing. Bro said, hey, we gonna put a tax on the Mercedes-Benz dealership. I said, oh, them G-Wagons gone. Yeah. You start I'm gonna tell you something, you start the problem. People start tripping. One thing about Americans, they love their little Benz. Listen to me. When you first was coming up, it was two things, bro. A Benz or a Beamer. Oh. You got that Benz, you thought you were a big dog. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that we are dealing with, right? So tariffs are going to be a thing. So here's what we're talking about April 2nd, right? April 2nd. So if you don't know what a recession is when GDP declines by 2 quarters in a row. 2 quarters in a row. So if you have back-to-back negative growth in the economy, that is called a recession, right? You can't just base it off of whatever you want. You got to base something. Now, here's the crazy part about it. When Trump was in office the first time, was it Trump? Yeah, it was Trump. Was it Trump? We were in a recession, and then they renamed it something else. They was like, no, it's not a recession. But like, yo, we had 2 back-to-back quarters. Like, no. Technically, no. Technically, this is a recession. You can't rename it. So that was the first time he was in office. We was in a recession, but he said no. And from that point on, I said, hey, we in a recession, and that's what they call it. What I will say about that is this. So, first of all, in the chat, how do you feel about what we just did? How do y'all feel about that in the chat, Jose? How do people feel in the chat? Did they like that? We started to add these videos. We've been adding them for a minute. Definitely want to know about that. I think we're getting just a little lag. What's going on? You all right?
I've been working on that whole drink. As soon as we hit the 5,000 mark, it's like...
Every time we get
to
5,000,
Golly.
Every time we get to 5,000, you know why? We got to get that dedicated line.
Yeah. Actually, I got to meet with my guy, Tashawn from Harley Initiated, because they got the similar kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, bandwidth.
Well, I think we got to get with LaShawn, because I think we paid for it.
Okay.
For a direct line. So anyway, we do got a little lag. We'll get over. Shout out to 5,200 people and 5,300 people in this. That's becoming a normal now, Jose.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to get 5,000 people on the regular now.
Yep.
All right now. So now, here's what we will say. So Trump came back and said, hey, check this out. So I put that up there called Judge by Your Peers for a reason. Here's why. Once the business owners started, so here's the thing. I don't care who you is, and I could be wrong. I don't care who you is. You got to always remember, America is a what? Business. It's a corporation. He said, Friday, he said, I got a lot of calls from a lot of business owners, and he said how they talking about the tariffs and how they talking about it. So he came out and said, hey, check this out. We not gonna have tariffs on everybody. We gonna be a little lenient, and we gonna be willing to make some deals. When he said that, the market said, The market ran. Here's the thing about the market, and I always say this, and people be thinking I'm wrong, and that's cool. Here's the thing about the market. The market does not want to go down. What do you call it when something doesn't want to do that by nature? Dang, it's a word for it. It's against the nature of the market for it to want to be negative. Now, it happens. It happens. But the market naturally wants to do what? Buy, go up. Why? Because America is a consumer economy. Not only that, but people are led by what? Greed, emotion, reluctant. Come on, Sean! Heavy on a reluctancy. Right? So the market reluctantly goes negative. Why? Because it doesn't have footing. It doesn't have enough to make it say, yo, this is what I want to do. So when we go through that, the market decides to do what? Go negative. But watch this. In those moments where the market gets a piece of good information, it goes positive. It goes positive. So all he simply said was, the tariffs might not be widespread. They're going to be more targeted. The tariffs are going to be more targeted. The market said, oh, okay, bet. Kind of got a running market, right? And so April 2nd is the day, so the market is optimistic right now going into that time. So April 2nd, what'll happen is, and here's what I told my people in the Patreon. I say, listen, y'all, and come join the Patreon, y'all. I'm telling y'all, they talking crap up in that year. I love them, I ain't gonna lie. But here's what happened too, though. The market said, hey, and I told my people in the Patreon something, and it kind of worked out. I said, listen, the market, and Patreon, all my people in Patreon, tell me if I said this or tell me if I didn't say this, and y'all remember me saying this. I said, hey, y'all, don't be honest with y'all. The market really done got immune to this tariff talk. I said, hey, the market kind of immune to this tariff talk right now, y'all. It's not reacting the same way. And what we done heard 2 days in a row where the market talked about tariffs, and it still went up. Because what he said, I'm gonna put tariffs, he said, he said, one thing he said, the first thing he said was, hey, if you get oil from Venezuela, I'm putting a 25% tariff on you. That affects China, that affects China, Spain, and one other country, I forgot. The market said, hey, we don't care. Then he said, hey, we're gonna put tariffs on pharmaceuticals, automotives, and something else. The market said, so what? I'm not saying that the market is just gonna run up. It still has a long way to recover. But what I am saying is, until April 2nd, they've said enough to say, yo, I hear you, bro. Watch this. The market ran up even with low consumer sentiment. Today, it came out that the consumer sentiment is the lowest it's been since 2021, pandemic days. The market still did what? Went up. Again, I'm not saying we out of the water. We got a long way to go. But what I'm saying, come on, you see me throwing them in here. You see me? Come on! You see me throwing them in here. What the market is saying is, hey, we feel like we got enough footing. We figuring out what's going, hey, the only thing that's going to really send us is if something serious gets said between 9, but we waiting on 8. We got enough optimism to last us to April 2nd. Now, it's not saying we're not going to have some down days. It's just saying those deep, hard 3%. We had a 3 and a 4% down day, bruh. They flushed us. They bombed us. But guess what happened? Guess what happened? As of right now, hear me, more people are buying a dip than ever. Look at this. U.S. households are more invested in stocks than ever, and it's distorting market valuations. But even to go a little further, watch this. Over the last week, hear me here. Hear me here. You saw other countries get out of the U.S. markets, but you've also seen more hedge funds ease back in. I should have had the statistic. The statistic came in and said we've had at least 3 to 5% of cash move back in the market in the last week. I'm gonna show you something right quick. Give me the fear and greed index. Give it to me. Fear and greed index. Boom. Remember, we was at 13. Went from 13 to 16 to 29. You got a VIX that went from 25 to 17. No, the VIX, I'm saying. It didn't get to 29, it got to 25. It got to 25. This was at 29, that fear and greed index. The VIX ain't never get to 29. It got to 25, then I think it pushed to 27. If it did, I missed it, but I know it got to 25 and 27. Here's what I'm saying. Somebody said, Sub-Zero, this man is full of it. What am I full of, fam? I'm full of optimism.
Man, they talking about Trump.
Oh. My bad. My bad, dog. My bad, dog.
They just talking.
My bad, dog.
You're all great. You guys are
You guys are great. You guys are good. Right, but hear me. Hear me. We saw 3 to 5% cash come back in the market. Watch this. And y'all notice we've been making these posts lately that's saying, yo, the market gained something trillion because people don't, watch this. All the pages that be pushing the market lost trillions, the 3 days the market ran up, none of them ain't post how much the market made back. You know why? It is a media ploy to make you not be in the market. I don't think the VIX got to 28. I think it got to 27 at 25, 27. I don't think it hit. I mean, but 28, now we playing semantics. It ain't hit 35. I don't want to play the semantics game. But I remember it hitting 20. What did it hit? It hit 29? What day? 20, that's even, look. So watch this, March 11, way to correct me, Sean, I can take that. March 11, the VIX, that was the day Tesla hit that was the day. That was the day Tesla fell by 15%. You sure is right, Sean. I thought it was 25. So the VIX hit 29, March 11. Watch this. We go from 29 to 17. We go from 13 on the fear and greed to 29. We go from extreme fear to fear, all on optimism. Here's what I want you to understand. As investors, we retail investors, y'all. We trappers, y'all. So watch this. When they telling us the sky is falling, I'm not looking up. Watch me, Jose. I'm about to come to the front. I'm about to come to the front. Listen to me. When they tell me that the sky, no music, when they tell me the sky's falling, I'm not looking up, I'm getting a bucket. When they tell you the sky is falling, you don't look up, you go get a bucket, because that means it's money to be made. You know why? Because if you start looking up, you're going to get hit in the face. You look up because you're going to buy into the fear. You look up because you ain't realized that you're doing exactly what they want you to do. When you look up, you're going to get hit in the eye. But the smart thing to do, get my bucket. The smart thing to do is to get my buckets. One for the air and one in my hand. Whatever I don't catch here, I'm here with it. You look up, you watching, you getting hit. The same people that's telling us, oh, it's a recession coming. Oh, it's this. Them the same people, as soon as the market turn around, they go to say, yeah, I missed out. Yeah, I wanted to buy. And then they change their tone to, oh, I'm bullish on this. You got to be ahead of the curve. You ain't managing no money but your own. They trying to... You can't afford to be fearful. You can't afford to be fearful right now. Now's the time for us to get the buckets. Yeah, listen, the market coming down. I'm looking at my formula. Yep, I'm like, hey, Trap, it's the time. Listen, we don't know when the bottom is, right? But here's what I gotta do. I gotta position myself and I gotta be willing to take a little pain. It ain't time for me to sell this, sell that, sell this, sell that, panic here, get on the side. No. I ain't sell no play. If it wasn't up in March or February, I still got it. I still got it. Here's why. In totality, there's about 10 great days every year in the market, and you cannot time them. You got to be in position for them already. There's 10 great days in the market on average. You cannot time it. You got to be in position. Because if you try to time it, you already late. So I'm willing to endure. My people in the Patreon tell you, I'll be like, hey, we good, fam. Hey, chill out, we good. Now, here's the thing. Some people left the Patreon because they couldn't endure. They realized, hey, this game ain't for me. And that's okay, because in order to realize something ain't for you, you got to get in there and get punched in the face. You got to get in there and get burnt, because you got to realize, hey, this ain't no quick come up. But you got some people like, hey, Trap, we good. I ain't tripping. Yeah, I'm down right now, but we going to be all right. You know why they can have that attitude? Because I got that attitude. It ain't about money. Because guess what? They down. Guess what? You down 40, you down 50, you down 20. You done got a lot of that back. I'm down. I went from 1.5 million to 800,000. I ain't even changed my tone. My tone ain't changed. I'm still in there. I'm laughing, I'm joking, I'm still doing stuff, still building out. You know why? Because I know one thing. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Some people gotta get cut to realize you thought it was gonna be a quick flip. You thought, yeah, I won my money. Yeah, I did this with Trap. Yeah, that's cool. I want you to win some money. But guess what? When you go through the fire, you appreciate the game. They say you gotta teach a man how to fish. Guess one of the dangers of fishing? One day you're gonna fall out the boat. That's what they don't tell you about fishing. I ain't never met a fisherman that ain't never fell out the boat before. Not a real one. I'm lying, cuz? Not a real one. Guess why? Because you fighting with the fish sometimes, and you forget the latch on. You forget the strap up. You fighting with it. You fall. I ain't never met a fisherman that ain't fell out the boat before. Never, not once. But guess what he also did? He caught the damn fish. He fell out the boat, or she fell out the boat, but they still caught the damn fish. they still put the fish right back in the boat, because now I ain't using the rod no more. I had to grab it with my hand. I ain't using the rod no more. I had to grab it with my hand. Get in there, because we still gonna eat. Sometimes you gotta use your hand. We still gonna eat. So you came there, you thought, yeah, we winning. I'm good. We up. Man, hey, we good. I love to see y'all win, but guess what? Guess what? When that fire come, I'm still in that joint. I ain't moving. Whether you with the Patreon or not, I ain't budging. What Leonardo DiCaprio say on Wolf of Wall Street? I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. He said, I've been a rich man, I've been a poor man, and I damn sure rather handle my problems as a rich man. I ain't leaving. The game gonna test you. That's what it's supposed to do. Guess what? Everybody in that Patreon that lost a little bread, they took a little L, guess what? They don't get, this ain't the first time. We done got it back tenfold. If you been with me since 2022, you done lost it, you done got it back. But you done won way more than you lost. 2023, you won way more than you lost. 2024, you won way more than you lost. 2025 ain't no different. I ain't never say we ain't gonna lose a couple dollars, but we gonna win way more than we lose. And that's the nature of the game. Can't nobody tell you they play this game and they ain't took an L, but they gonna laugh. Hey, yeah, you lost some money. They lost some money. Guess what? That mean I'm playing it for real. But guess how much we won? Guess how much we made? Guess how much we made? Go look at some of the greatest home run hitters in the world. Don't look at how many home runs they hit. Guess how many times they struck out? Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. Go look at how many times he threw an intercept in crunch time. Shook it off. Floyd, the only one I know that's undefeated. Floyd, the only one I know that's undefeated. But guess what? Even as undefeated, he got punched in the face. It just means he started altering the playbook, watch this, in the heat of the battle. We watched Zab Judah, we watched Shane Mosley punch him in the face. And what we watched him do? Hey, switch that thing up a little bit. So don't think you're gonna get in this game and they're gonna lose something. Are you willing to beat through the fire? All my people in the Patreon, man, we good. We gonna be all right. We gonna make that money. I know it's tough, I know it's hot. My people in Trappers Anonymous, it is what it is. I ain't never said we gonna go undefeated. But I promise you, who gonna be in that fire with you every week? Me? Who gonna show their losses on there? Me? Because the losses are part of the game that I cannot avoid. My goal is to only make more money than I lose. You put that on any level, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. All right, so here we go. What time it is, Jose? All right, we got time. We got time.
Just go transition like
Come
that.
on. Come on, Jose.
The segue.
All right, so let's go back. We gotta finish talking to him about the thing. Go to the recession. Come on, partner. All right, so look. So the crowd strike down, but we all right. Goldman Sachs, hey, we gotta make a decision, Sean. So watch this. Here's gonna be our point of reference. This is gonna give us an idea. On April the 11th, JP Morgan reports earnings. Now, here's the great part here's how I'm optimistic about this earnings season. Hear what I'm about to say here. Before this happened, the market had large expectations for everybody. Watch this. Earnings expectations this season have fell down at least 3%. Hear me. Hear me. This is me doing the data. Earnings expectation going into this quarter, they're already pricing in the effects of what's about to happen. So they already know that most companies going to lower earnings, which means they're going to lower expectations, which means you don't need a home run this quarter. You just need to at least meet expectations. Come on with it. Come on with it. You eat what we cooking? Come on. Before, you had to knock it out the park to get rewarded. I truly believe because of everything that's going on, because this why. You know why? Because the market wants a reason to be greedy. The market will find a way to be greedy. So the market is going to say this. Hey, we see what's going on here. The market already told you we are lowering earnings guidance down, which means expectations come down, which means now everybody don't got to hit it out the park. If you companies make earnings, give us some guidance, as long as you don't miss by a landslide or miss, we all right. If you can meet guidance, meet expectations, give us some guidance, we good. Now, here's my hope on, here's my game plan on this. My game plan is JP Morgan do what they supposed to do. Goldman Sachs gonna get the bounce off that. We've also noticed that we got a couple IPOs just popping off, which is good for Goldman Sachs. So watch this. And we got a couple mergers and acquisitions that's going on, which is good for Goldman Sachs. So watch this. If Goldman all right, let's go up further right here. So we got IBKR. They kind of been at a standstill for me. They gonna catch up. We got Meta. We got Meta. Now, let me say something for y'all right here. I gotta let my people something. I missed 2 plays because I was in the middle of something that I was supposed to do. 3 plays. I was supposed to do a Meta. When Meta got to 595, I was supposed to do the Meta 625 call. I already had it mapped out. I didn't execute it. My fault. The next call was I was supposed to do another Netflix call. I didn't do it. I had 2 Netflix calls in. I didn't want to be 3 deep, but trust me when I say this, Meta will be $1,000 before the end of the year. Jose, mark my words. I mean, not Meta, Netflix. Netflix will be $1,000 before the end of the year. Mark my word. I'm gonna give you a freebie. If you can afford it, do you a Netflix call, stretch it out to December. If you can afford it, I promise you that boy gonna hit. I done dropped the goddamn thing. Shit, it's time to go. It's time to fucking go. I don't know what the fuck.
The boy that broke the set.
I don't know.
Don't even worry about it. One of them shows.
Damn.
Okay, we good.
It's dead. I like the light. Where's it
I
going?
know.
Put something on the big screen.
It's all.
Come on, fix us up, bro. God damn. You can't get me excited like that.
Let's
But
talk
watch
about
this, though.
Netflix, though.
Here's what we gonna talk about, Netflix. Listen, the company content spending is only ramping up. Listen, Netflix plans to invest $18 billion in content this year with 11% jump. Good job, fellas. Way to be on. Come on, man, my team cold-blooded. I can't do it without them, right? So hear me out. The company plans to invest $18 billion in content this year. That's an 11% jump from 2024's $16.2 billion, with a market cap of approximately $385 billion. Netflix remains one of the world's most valuable companies. The company is also making movies beyond traditional streaming, securing a $500 million per year with WWE to expand the live programming. Watch this, y'all. Put the camera on me. Nobody is spending more money on content than Netflix. They are beating the average company by a landslide. They beating the average company by a landslide. Let me see something. Oh, look at my daughter calling me. Hey, Stain. Can I finish Trappin Tuesday? Look.
Wait, hold on. Don't hang up yet.
Don't hang up yet. Why?
No, I'm about to go see something. Hold on.
What you about to do?
Wait.
What?
I gotta search you up real quick. Hold up. All right, now, hold up.
I'm on YouTube, Stain.
Do that. Don't do that.
Don't do what? Don't do what?
I'm watching you right now.
Okay, so you gotta let me get off the FaceTime so you can watch me. Get in the chat and say, hey, daddy.
Okay.
I love you. Hey, you know you're my most favorite person in the world? I love you.
No, I can't sign in.
You can't sign in.
No, I can't say that.
All right, let me call you when I finish.
I'm in the chat, though. Just know that.
Oh, just know you're in that chat?
Yeah.
Can you tell me you love me one time?
I love you.
Oh. All right, let me call you when I finish.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I gotta make time. I gotta let her know. I got to let her know. Oh, look at that, man. I didn't even know it. The thing at 1,000 right now. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna hit y'all with something. I'm gonna go further on y'all. Netflix 52-week high is 1,064. It's $1,150 stock by the end of the year. Stop playing. Here's one reason why. It is not tariff affected. It is not tariff affected. Let me give you a breakdown right here. There's only going to be 3 companies that there's only going to be 3 companies that come to top tier experience. The average person is going to have 3 streaming platforms, including YouTube. The dope part about YouTube is YouTube actually has more watch time than Netflix. Come on, I'm on fire. Y'all gonna sit here at 10:30 tonight. YouTube actually has more watch hours than Netflix. Next, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and the average person gonna pick whatever they want. The reason why Amazon Prime is number 2 is because you gotta look at the business model. The business model is not actually Amazon Prime for movies. The business model is actually Amazon Prime for next day deliveries. You get movies as a byproduct. So they add that on. It's a bolt-on business that they actually make money from that they actually don't have to promote. Come on. We talking business model right here. You don't buy Amazon Prime for the movies. The average person gets Amazon Prime because they want their stuff same day or next day, and they make it look like it's an addition to you to get the movies. But they get to use that in their reports as, hey, we not even much a movie business, but we second in line to Netflix. One thing about Amazon, any kind of marketplace they get in, they're going to be number 1 or 2. Netflix, $1,150 business by end of the year. Mark my words. Free game. Next time Netflix dip, You put you $1,050 call price in. When next time it dip more than $20, here you go. Next time it dips more than $20, you put your strike price in for $120, $130, $140. You stretch it out to December if you can afford it. Don't go shorter than that because you still got to deal with the break that's going to happen in April 2nd. You still got to deal with the break that's going to happen in the summertime. And you still got to deal with a September. You stretch that thing out, it's going to ease its way up. Watch me. I gave you that one for free. The next play that I missed, we got into it a little late, but we still got into it. Go back to the, we're going to just work this damn recession portfolio. Go back to recession portfolio right quick. Jose, ask them how they feel in the chat right now. Is we cooking or is we cooking? Check this out. The next play we missed, go to the next one. The next play we missed right here was this NVIDIA play. So we got in the NVIDIA 120 call. We've been in this play right here. This June call, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of sweating that call because NVIDIA just don't want to move, right? NVIDIA has been in the same, as of now, NVIDIA has a net zero movement. It is the exact same price it was in June 2024. So for 6 months, this stock literally is in the same spot. That does got me kind of pissed off. Because why? There's no reason for it. The stock, everybody and their mama are buying chips from these people. These people are, they literally do not have competition. Their only competition, real talk, is they just keep beating themselves. They literally keep cannibalizing products, meaning like, yo, we did this one, next week coming. They literally laid out a product layout line for 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027. Not yet, go back. 2025, 2026, 2027, right? They laid out a product line. Bro came in and just said, yo, boom, 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 boom. How good they doing, what they doing. The margins are there. Profits are there. Production is there. Every time you get on TV, you see another hyperscaler saying, hey, we about to buy this many chips. We buying some more chips. I don't know why the market literally doesn't. They just got something against this company, and I don't even understand why at this point. But that ain't my business because the market is never wrong. But what I will say is, we had an opportunity to get this call at 105, and I missed it. I had it on my list. It came up, we came back down, we got it at about 113. I'm cool with that. We had a chance to get it at 105, and I missed it. That's on me, Patreon. We also had an opportunity to get Apple at 205, but I'm not as convicted about them as I was. But we saw Apple at 205, and I told Sean, this is the strike for Apple right here. Everything lines up for it perfect. It got to 222. I said, damn, Sean, I missed it. But I had some stuff going on in here that I really was just locked in on. No excuse about it. I'm supposed to set it and forget it, but I don't move like that. I got to be in it. We saw Apple at 205. I told Sean, this is the strike right here. We ain't touch it. It's at 223. Patreon, those 2 trades I will apologize for. We still got an NVIDIA call. We should have got it at 105. I apologize for that. But that Meta play and that goddamn Apple play, that's on me. I'll take that L for that. I take that L for that. Janelle, what's poppin'? You been cooking fish plates on us. We've been looking for you. Where you been at? Been looking for you in the chat, man. I'm like, where the fish plates at? You know when we broke, we need fish plates. When we losing our money, we gotta sell fish plates. We've been looking for you, Janelle.
With a piece of bread on the side.
Yeah, no, they charge for the bread.
Oh, they
hard times out here, dog.
You get the free bread.
Fish, red beans, and rice. The rice and the bread is extra, fam.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's been me, Bane, Milk. Shout out to my guy, AB. You know what I'm saying? There's a few, you know what I'm saying, brand builder. The Patreon still going crazy, but Janelle, where you been at, baby? Rams. Janelle. Nettie been going crazy. Nettie been playing some, she been doing some individual puts. I've been watching her. She been going crazy. I like that. But she also been saying, hey, I'm out of here. I like she been sticking and moving. I'm not mad at that. I be watching my people in the Patreon. They get money. T-Mac, I see you. They get money. Hey, they get money in there. Don't get me wrong now. Hey, we gotta check on my dog Sonny every day, because every time ServiceNow don't move, my bro be catching, he be dying. He be like, bro, he be like, ServiceNow, goddamn. He be pissed off. I'm pissed off at it too, but we good. So we got the ServiceNow play in. It's creeping slowly but surely, we all right. We did strike the 2 Palantirs, not bad at that. Uber, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Come join the Patreon, man. Come rock with us. Jose, how we feel in the chat? We good? I can get another 30 minutes out of him?
Yeah, we good.
27 minutes?
You doing 1-800?
We can't do 1-800.
All right. I mean, they all Patreon people, so I just...
We'll do 1-800. Goddamn.
It's only 3 of them.
We'll do 1-800 Trapper Hotline.
Hey.
We'll have a little long night.
Hey.
All right, let's go to our Freedom Index, because we got a surprise right here for the Freedom Index. Watch this. Jose, Freedom Index. Check us out. Check us out. Hey, we positive on the year. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. I'm going to tell y'all the sleeper that we added to the Patreon in here, why things was going. Let me show y'all a crazy move I made. Show y'all a crazy move I made, and this how you know your boy really be working that thing. You heard me? Watch this. I was up $3,000 on the Costco play. At first, we was up about 9,000. We watched it come down. I got out of the Costco play, watch this, and bought AJG. Hear me. This what you call strategy, bruh. I ain't better than nobody else, but I be doing my thing, bruh. This what you call strategy. My Patreon, I know some of them was like, man, what the hell Trap doing? So here's what we did. I was up $9,000. I watched it get down to $4,000. I said, if I get down to 3,500, I'm going to sell it and move it. Now, mind you, I did a call a week before and said, hey, here's the 2 plays I'm looking at. I'm looking at AJG and Progressive. I did a spur of the moment call with the Patreon. I say, here's the 2 companies I'm looking at. AJG, and Patreon, you in the chat, tell me if I'm lying. I say, here's the 2 calls I'm looking at. AJG, and I'm looking at Progressive. I say, here's why. Progressive is the insurance company. AJG is a casualty insurance company. I say they will thrive because of everything that's going on. They're not affected by tariffs. Actually, they gonna make so much money right now because of everything that's going on. The Patreon say, I say I'm not as optimistic to play options in it just yet. It could be a play, but I like this. So here's what happened. I was up $9,000 in this Costco play. I said, look, y'all. I said, hey, I sold Costco and took the $3,000 profit. I took 75% of that play and put it in AJG. I had 25% left over and I had some cash at the top. Here's the 2 moves I made. I went with VRTX, and when Costco came down some more, under 900, we got back in it. So we took profits, put it in another position. And this one play bought me 2 more plays. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. So I know people gonna be like, oh man, anybody could have did that. Go tell me somebody that had AJG on their watch list. Mind you, VRTX, we've been running with this play for 2 years. I was just waiting for an opportunity to get back in. It's just been running since the beginning of the year. So when it pulled back, we got to. We did VRTX, we did AJG, we did Costco in a 2-week time span. We took the profits with the $3,000 with the rest we had from Costco, put it in this play because it was cheaper, and then got in the VTRX play because it was all right, had a little left over, pulled that over and got that, and now those are the ones that's actually moving the portfolio. Now, the dope part was Meta stayed good, but we got Nvidia to turn green and we got Palantir to turn green. We cooking. We don't mind being up 2% on the year. We take that. We take that. That's what you call strategy. You never panic. We don't panic, we position. We don't panic, we position. And one of the things we'll do is we'll turn profits into positions. So we don't panic, we position. We turn profit into pivot. We take profits to pivot into a position. Ooh, there we go. There we go. We don't panic, we position, and we take profits to pivot into position. Oh, that's cold-blooded, boy. That's cold-blooded, bro. That's cold-blooded, that dog. All right. Come join the Patreon, man. Come join Patreon. Let's go. Let's do 100 Trapper Hotline. How y'all feeling in the chat, man?
They still in here. 39.
Let's go.
Almost 4,000.
Let's go.
Yeah, what's good, Trap? My name's Daniel. So my question is, my mother, she's 70 years old. She lives off of Social Security and small disability check, and whatever little bit of money I can afford to give her every month. I'm about to sell some crypto, about $7,000 worth, and I'm trying to put that into an account for her, if I can give her some kind of like monthly, dividend or some type of monthly income. So I'm wondering what would be best, if I should just buy a dividend stock or dividend ETF or bonds, or something else. Is there something else that would be best that would turn that $7,000 to a monthly, or a quarterly, something that can keep just giving her some extra money, drawing her retirement. Appreciate it.
All right, what's good, King? So first, we want to just tell you, salute to Fit being in the Patreon. And most importantly, man, salute for wanting to take care of moms, man. Like, man, gotta salute that, man. Nah, you say you're gonna take $7,000 out of crypto to try to turn it into something monthly. Let me be completely honest with you. $7,000, $7,000, or somebody say stop doing them trades, you never was like that. We've probably been like that since 2023. We've been doing 20, 30 trades since 2023. We stopped being like that when it was just myself. So we can handle it. We be all right. The thing about somebody saying, and I know you mean well, but the thing about that is you never say stop doing all them trades when you up 2.5 million. Somebody only say stop doing all them trades when you're down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the game, man. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the game, man. I ain't mad at it. We love it. And one day I won't be in 100 trades. It's the nature of the game. I don't think small, I think big. I play big. Anyway, I will say this. $7,000, trying to turn that into a monthly income on dividends, it ain't gonna happen. Being real with you. $7,000 invested into dividends is gonna get you less than $100 a month in dividends. And then you're gonna have to pay the taxes on it. That's the thing about dividends. You need a lot to get in dividend money. Now, what I can say to you is, if you could really get in the game of trading, but even that, bro, like, it's gonna take some time, because you will wanna build that $7,000 to at least, I don't know, 50, 60 grand in the market to create an income. You gotta remember, you're not just saying give us some money, you're trying to create an income for her every month or quarterly. That's gonna take some bread. That's gonna take, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna take $7,000. You figure you put $7,000 in a play, even you put $7,000 in an option play. And this ain't, I'll be honest with you, this market here is so choppy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this market here is so choppy, like, it'll be hard. I don't wanna lead you wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I don't want to do. You can grow it, but to turn it into a passive income, not this month. Not, you probably got to get on the backside of this. I think if we can turn that $7,000 to about 20 grand, you can probably give it like $1,000. You can make about $1,000 a month from the options market if you try to play it like that. But trying to turn $7,000 into monthly income within the next 5-6 months, that's putting a time clock and pressure on yourself that I don't think you should do. We got to find a better way to, take care of moms from that perspective. Now, if you say, Trap, I want to take the $7,000, if I can turn the $7,000 to 40, 50 grand, and, if I can take the $7,000, turn it into 40, 50 grand, then we can put ourselves in a situation, not from dividends, but from trading, that we can give mom. But then we have to put some things in play. You have to start putting stop losses in play. You got to start putting trailing stops in play. You got to start putting stuff, because you want to take a 1% loss and come up out of a play. So you got to change your strategy when you're trying to turn it into that. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to dividends, bro, you're going to need at least like 100, 150 grand just to try to make 5,000, 6,000 in dividends, you know what I'm saying? Like, them dividends ain't and then you're going to pay the taxes on that every month, so that's going to eat you alive. You don't want to really do that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to sound like I'm discouraging you, I just want to give you the real. The idea of taking the $7,000, growing the $7,000, like, once I get it to 50, 60 grand, we can start producing, but you're just gonna put more strain on yourself trying to do that. And that's the thing about us sons, because I'm like that with my damn mama. She be pissing me off that she don't want to move to Atlanta. I don't want to do this. I be like, man, move your ass to Atlanta so I can take care of you. She just don't want me to take care of her. She want to do her shit her way. She want my money how she want it. I be like, no, that don't even work like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about our sons, man. We want to take care of our mama once we get it, bro. But yeah, man, I don't want to lead you wrong on that one, King, and I don't want to give you no false hope. I would rather you say, Trap, let me take the $7,000, let me grow the $7,000 to a certain number, and then from that number, I'm going to take the $7,000, grow it to 30, 40 grand, and then once I get to 30, 40 grand, I can do that. Now, you can put it in bonds, but you ain't going to get the return that you want on it. You know what I'm saying? That you think you're gonna get on it. So it's kind of a tricky game if you try and take the $7,000. It's take that $7,000 and grow it, then we can do something else different with it. You feel me? I hope I helped y'all with that, brother. Let's go a little further.
Hey, Trap. Okay, so quick question. A couple of weeks ago, it was right before quad winch, and a guy had asked if we had never got into option plays, considering how the market is going right now. Would it be a good time for us to get into options? And you suggested that we get into the SPY ETF. So I went and I watched the course again, and I don't recall you specifying if we're supposed to use the formula that you gave us to get into ETFs. So that's my question. Are we using the formula? And if not, are you going to show us how to do it? I'm not asking for a whiteboard moment today unless you feel like getting up, or you want to do it next Tuesday or the following Tuesday, or if you just want to update the course, however you want to do it. I was just asking because I didn't see it and I don't know how to do a Trap. So, yeah, thank you.
See?
You want to do it. Or update the course.
See?
Right, she gave you options.
First of all, shout out to the warm hug. Shout out to the beautiful teeth. Shout out to the beautiful woman. Black women be finessing, bruh. She hit me with a look. I don't know if you want to do a whiteboard moment. I don't know if you want to do it this week, next week, or the following week. I don't know if you want to update the course and put it in there. Whatever you want to do, I'm cool with. Just do something for me. 21, can you do something for me? God damn, Black Queen. It's a simple ask. You know, they had this thing one time that said a black woman just want the world, nothing too much. And here we as black men like, yeah, I got this. I think it can fit on my shoulder.
Man, if you don't be careful before you hit that light again.
It's our light. So with the ETFs, you can, so hear me, With the ETFs, you can skip the formula because of the returns on them would be real. You can skip one part of the formula and you can go to your 10, 15, 20. The reason why is because the returns on the ETFs aren't as broad as individual stocks. So from the ETF, you do your 10, 15, 20, and that'll be good. I'm about to do this to my fucking self here. I'm gonna add it to the course, man. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's who did that last time?
Nah, I think.
Bro, y'all cold-blooded.
Okay. I'm slipping.
Yeah, all right, I'll add that. Since you said that one ain't in there, I'll add that one in there. I'll add that in probably tomorrow. ETF formula for options course. Don't make that a habit, y'all. Play that again, bro. Play that again, dog.
Hey, Trap. Okay, so quick question. A couple of weeks ago, it was right before quad winch, and a guy had asked if we had never got into option plays, considering how the market is going right now, would it be a good time for us to get into options? And you suggested that we get into the SPY ETF. So I went and I watched the course again, and I don't recall you specifying if we're supposed to use the formula that you gave us to get into ETFs. So that's my question. Are we using the formula? And if not, are you going to show us how to do it? I'm not asking for a whiteboard moment today unless you feel like getting up or, you want to do it next Tuesday or the following Tuesday, or if you just want to update the course, however you want to do it. I was just asking because I didn't see it and I don't know how to do a Trap. So, yeah, thank you.
Bro, listen. When I say, God really, gave women this thing, bro, my daughter do it, my mama do it.
From birth.
I got a girl now. She do it. The women in the Patreon doing it. And the crazy part is, men, we a savage. And then you just be like, for sure. Bro, my girl, bro. Listen, bro. Listen to me. Bro, Nat cleaning the house at 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, babe, what you doing in the closet? She like, oh, I just can't sleep. So you can't sleep and you just get in the closet? Yeah, because this don't make no sense. You got 200 shoes in the... I'm like, babe, but I know everything at. The closet don't supposed to look like this. I don't know where I'm at. I said, but this my closet.
Organized chaos.
This ain't even much your closet. This mine. She said, but this corner right here, but won't you go fix that corner? Go fix that corner. Until we could go upstairs and then, but this mine. And guess what I end up doing? Everything I gotta hold it. I ain't planning on holding that. I just did a phone call. I just got off a Zoom call.
At midnight.
But here I am at midnight holding the stuff so she can, and I'm like, God, this what you talking about? So, tomorrow I will come in here and add that. Now here's the crazy part. If a dude would have asked me that, I'd have been like, bro, stop.
Right, chill out, bro.
Go look at the course again, bro.
Right. It's in there,
I promise. Not even, I promise. Go look at it again, bro. It's in there.
Jose, send him the link. Make sure he's good.
Jose, send him the... Damn. Next call, man.
Yo, what's good, Trap? What's good, Jose? Appreciate you taking my question. My name is Brian. Shout out to the Patreon, man. Shout out to all of the drivers. One thing
Stop the
I want to
tape.
say very quick.
Stop the tape. Watch this.
Yeah, man.
My whole energy done changed. My whole energy different now. I'm back on my what's up, bro? My whole energy different. My whole energy.
He had the deep voice too.
He talking with his chest.
So now you gotta talk with your chest like, nah.
You heard me? Like I was in relax. He got on. I'm like, what's up, bro? Huh? My whole energy done changed. Stop, cut the tape. I gotta get back my energy. Cause Bryant, do-rag Bryant too. You heard me?
In the truck.
In the truck. That mean he on. He a go-getter.
I ain't even peeped the name tag.
You heard me? He done hit me with the go-getter voice. Yeah, Trap, what's down? You heard me? I done switched energy. Like I done went from, so what's down, bro? Yeah, I hear you.
Gotta stand up.
Damn. Damn, bro. All right, run my dog back, man. Run my dog back, man. Shit.
Yo, what's good, Trap? What's good, Jose? Appreciate you taking my question. My name is Brian. Shout out to the Patreon, man. Shout out to all of the drivers. One thing, man, I want to say right quick for real. Yeah, man, I knew you was 10 toes down, man, the first time I met you on a recession tour when you was over in East Baltimore holding it down on Bo Check's basketball court, man. So I've been following you for a couple of years, man. Love what you do. I finally decided to jump into the Patreon earlier this year. So my question is about the buy and hold portfolio. My question is about portfolio allocation, where some of those stocks are a little bit more expensive for me, for my budget right now. Whereas though I also saw that those stocks ran up a lot. And I was wondering, should I take profit from those stocks? Because I did plan to hold them long term, but there are other quality companies that did go on sale in the midst of some of this volatility. Because I do have a few of your courses, such as the Wallstreet Trapper course. I'm in the options masterclass as well. And so I'm just kind of jumping into the game as I learn, put my money where my mouth is, while at the same time I'm going over your courses. I just want to know, how do I go about my portfolio allocation? And if there's any suggestion on any other courses that I need to take to break that down a little bit more, to understand for myself how to really build wealth, one stock at a time. So once again, man, appreciate y'all, appreciate the whole Trap family, everything that y'all doing, man. I look forward to coming down to the Freedom Center one day too, man. Shout out to y'all, we trapping.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
Look, shout out to Brian. I had to cut that joint. It was 3 minutes.
It was 3 minutes?
That boy said, hey, I'm going to get all unload.
I ain't mad. So first of all, shout out to the king, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When we went to Baltimore, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. It reminded me of New Orleans, right? Like, number of hitters was out there. I knew we was in the hood. You hear me? And like 3 dudes came up to me and they was like, look, this when TK was with us. TK felt some kind of way, you hear me? The dude came up to me in Baltimore was like, hey, Trap, you ain't even need no security around here, dog.
Had the hammer, probably one in the ankle. You straight around here, bruh.
I looked at TK like...
TK got the big AK.
TK pissed. TK pissed because he walk up, I say, we good, TK. Dude said, hey, Trap, you in the hood, bruh. You good over here, dude. You good over here. We do what it do. We do. I was like, what, nigga? He like, cuz, you good, Trap. We do what it do. I say, my dog. I saw the clip hanging. I say, damn. Okay. He had his partner with him. He like, yeah, my dog been telling me about you, bruh. Yeah, you good over here, Trap. You don't even need no security. I'm like, damn. But it was hitters. And
definitely had the jelly donut.
They was serious. The jelly donut. But he was sitting, he like, hey, you good over here, Trap. So shout out to Baltimore. Like, no lie, it reminded me of New Orleans, bro. Because when I was in New Orleans, when we was in New Orleans, I saw the hitters. I knew 3 of them. They were like, I'm like, damn, do I got my people here? Yeah. But shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to you for rocking with us that long. One, man, that's a great question. So let's break that down. Portfolio allocation. So if you notice, one of the things I want you to look at in the portfolio is it is allocated differently. Let's go to the recession portfolio right quick. I mean, the Freedom Fund. Let's go to that right quick so you can see how the allocation looks. So think about this. This is really good allocation and diversity, but not over-diversified. Some people say diversify. That's when you go too far. But we diversify good. Let's show you how we diversify. We got technology here, Meta, NVIDIA, Palantir, but there's two different types of technology. You got Meta, NVIDIA, and Palantir, similar but different. So we diversify here. You double back, we got AJG Insurance, Costco, retail store. We got investment banking. We got oil and gas, pharmaceuticals, and then retail again with Williams and Sonoma. But what we did here is we went quality. Every company right here, if you go look at the balance sheet, you'll say, yo, these are great companies. If you go look at all of the 5-year returns on them, you'll say, yo, these are great companies, but they're quality. So remember, for the recession portfolio, we want to get 10 to 12 companies at max that are great. Now, if I wanted to add 2 more companies, it would be somewhere along the lines of this, right? So here's what I want you to talk about. When you talk about allocation, the allocation is positions. The allocation has to do with position sizing. That's your allocation. Position sizing in each sector, this is going to give you balance. So you want to ask yourself, what is my position size in the balance? So watch this. Technology from a position size, if you allocated this, technology would be my biggest allocation. I'm heavy technology, right? But then you will go Williams and Sonoma. AGH and Goldman Sachs will fall under my financials. Insurance. They will fall under finance. They're in different parts of their insurance, but it'll fall under financials. And then you got healthcare by itself. Then you got oil and gas right here. So we really in a few different sectors. Not bad. We went quality. So let's think about it too from a position. You're going to think about risk management. My biggest risk would be here. And then my next one will be here, VTRX. It's pharmaceuticals, but remember, it's a growth company because they doing a lot of growth and new investments. But then stability will come from insurance and Williams and Sonoma. Meaning these 3 aren't as volatile as the rest. Goldman Sachs gonna move position size based on, they gonna move around based on M&A and how the market feels about transactions. So when you think about Goldman Sachs, you don't think about it how you would think of JP Morgan Chase. You think of Goldman Sachs, it's gonna move a little bit because JP Morgan Chase is the biggest bank in America, but it's kind of in a dope place because it actually belongs how they move, but they did a cheat code. Like when you look at a podcast, you could put a podcast in any industry you want to. You feel what I'm saying? So what they did was, which was really dope, is they not considered an investment bank. They actually fall the way Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they fall in that category of banking, but they actually do underwriting like Goldman Sachs and them, which allowed them not to be affected by the M&A the way Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley is. Think about it. Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley makes most of their money from underwriting. Well, me and you can't go get a Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley bank account, but we can go get a Chase bank account, and they actually do what they do. They do what they do. You caught it? You caught it? You caught it? So what I want you to look at, King, and I hope you understood that, what I want you to look at is, where do you want to allocate your money to, right? I want you to pick 2 or 3 sectors that you want to allocate your money to, and I want you to go get quality. Now, you don't have to have these because the pricier ones probably is the Costco and the TPL. Everything else, I think, is in your price range because they all kind of similar. Now, when you think about taking profits, my thing is never take profits just to sit them on the side. If you're going to take profits, always use it to put it in another position. But I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you want to grow this account? You did say long term. Do you want to grow this account? And you got to ask yourself, what is the position size you are willing to say growth? Ask yourself, now I'm breaking this down and I hope I'm making a lot of sense with this. Remember, the recession portfolio, I start from 0 every year. My goal is only to beat the market with this account. That's the only reason for this. I want to outperform the market. Whether it's 1%, 2%, I want to outperform the market. In my primary account, I don't do that. In my primary account, my goal is to have great returns. I probably have about 15, 20 companies in it. I have 4 portfolios. I want to have great returns, and I just keep those and I add to those positions. Here's why. When you think about the big investors, go look at how many shares that they be having of companies. 200, 300, 400,000 shares, 1 million shares of companies. So for me, I started off with wanting to get 10 shares. Now my goal is I need to have 1,000 shares. I think I have 1,000 shares of NVIDIA, 1,000 shares at Google, 1,000 shares of Meta. But remember, I got them when it was 90-something. I got doubled down on them when it was cheap, and when they split. So I'm there. Costco, I think I have probably about maybe 300 shares, but my goal is to have 1,000 shares of the companies that I own. Once I get 1,000 shares, my goal is to amp that up to 2,500 shares. So that's me playing the long game. It's not getting out, it's adding 2 positions when they go on sale. So it depends on the methodology that you want to have with your portfolio. If you want it to be long-term, you're not too much thinking about moving like that. The way that I move with this is because I want to literally take these and the reason why I made that move because the goal was just about beating the market, and that's what I wanted to do. And I hope that made a lot of sense to you. So, if you want to take another course, I think the next best course for you to take would be the Trapper Method because you'll get down into frameworks, and that's what that Trapper Method course is all about. The Wall Street Trapping course teaches investing, fundamentals, research, data. The Trapper Method course get into how to create frameworks for your portfolio. And to me, I'm not going to lie to you, I think the Options Masterclass is my second best course. I think Trapper Method is the best course I ever did. And the reason why is because that came after I rearranged how I was looking at stuff, and I realized there was a science to the way I was building my portfolios. I said, oh, this is a science to how I'm building these things out. And it was after I did Trap Masters, my mentorship, like 3-4 times. So Trapper Method came after that. That was really like, yo, these are frameworks. Yep, somebody say, bro, the fundamentals is so dope, yep. And somebody say that was, yeah. So once I did the Trapper Method, it was all about me putting frameworks together. So if you don't have that one, definitely check out that Trapper methodology. I think, honestly, my personal opinion, I truly think that is the best course that I ever created. Real talk. Real talk. The analysis, the frameworks, the way we put that together, yo, it was different. There's a thing in there called the rules that Trap swear by. Crazy. All right, but that's what we got. I hope you like that, fam. What we got left, Jose? That's it? All right, y'all, we're not gonna keep y'all too much longer, man. It is right now 10:36, man. Listen, I love y'all so much. Without y'all, man, again, man, there would not be no us. I'm gonna come to the front right quick, man. Right? I just want to say something, man. I think tonight we all learned. And that's what I love about doing this show live. We probably got, Benton, 10 slide, 12 slide we didn't use? And 15 that we didn't use, y'all. For me, it's always about exposure when we talk to y'all. To me, it's about growing when we talk to y'all. I'm not gonna say the numbers don't matter. I love when we can get 5, 6, 7,000 people in. My goal is for us to get at least 10,000 people in here every night. And I can't do that without y'all. We got so much dope stuff coming up. The reason why I haven't dropped the Garden Money shirts yet is because I know the quality that we have on the first type of shirts, that first batch of clothes that we have. Like, I understand the quality, and I only want to give us that. I think, Jose, you got this made for me, huh?
That was Steve. I made my own.
Yeah. But everything we do is about quality. We haven't gotten to the part of the game where we looking at ratings yet. We haven't gotten to the part of the game. We study analytics to see how we can get better, but we haven't gotten to that part of the game yet. It's just about quality. It's about how do we give y'all great information. We don't come on here to judge nobody else in the space. You know why? Because we feel like we in a lane of our own. We don't gotta copy nobody. We don't gotta resemble nobody. We don't gotta steal nobody's frameworks. We do it our way. I don't mind being wrong about certain stuff. I'm okay with that. I try to come here every day and give y'all my personal perspective on how I see the game. I don't try to talk like I'm the greatest because I don't want to be the greatest. I just want to be somebody that helped us get some money out this market. I want to be somebody that helps us consistently build wealth and know how to navigate these markets with confidence. I want to be somebody that when you look at me and when you building wealth, I want you to look at your kids and say, hey, will you watch this dude right here? This who helped us. That's how I know I'll be a wealthy man for the rest of my life. I'll be a wealthy man for the rest of my life, not because of how much money I had, but because of how many people we impacted. I'll be a wealthy man for the rest of my life because I understand money comes and goes, but the impression that you leave on people lasts for a lifetime. That's why I know I'll build wealthy men. I know for a fact that we will build a $100 million company, not because we're going to try to charge people $100 million. It's because we're going to have $100 million worth of impact. As we build this Freedom Center out, I want people to understand, yo, it's been hell. But guess what? I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning so much about business. That's why I go pay people. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, yo, my mentor cost me 75 grand just for 6 months, and that ain't even counting the mastermind. That's another 50 grand for 1 year. A year and a half cost me however much that is, I promise you. And I say, bro, you got me for at least 4 years. It's because I get to build this business in real time, and I'm not afraid to say I'm building it in real time. My first real estate transaction was a $5 million building. My first real estate transaction outside of my house that I'm renovating and a farm that we ain't touched yet. My first big $5 million business building, 50,000 square foot building, 206,000 square foot of land. I'm navigating through that with myself and my team. I don't try to come here and be like I'm perfect and I got it all figured out. What I do know really well is the market. But guess what? Even in that, I'm always a student. Even in that, I still buy books. Even in that, I still listen to audios. Even in that, I go look at old webinars. Even in that, I sign up for stuff. You know why? Because I want to keep learning. I only know at least 10%, 20% of what the market is this huge machine that it takes a lifetime to master. No, it's not Myron Golden. Nothing against the OG. But I don't think he built a 9-figure business. People who mentor me now have franchises. They one step away from going public, and they got ownership stake in companies that are public. I ain't just talking about shares. I'm talking about real ownership stake. Nothing against the OG Myron. I learned from him early on. Because I see that there's a gap in the game. In my mind, the way I'm learning to build this business out, I'm gonna be real. I don't see nobody, and there's no shade or hate to nobody. I don't see nobody that's really showing us, yo, you gotta go pay him. I want to really build out a media company that just not only produce podcasts, we produce shows, we produce movies. That's Tyler Perry. That's TD Jakes. That's a couple other, that's Charlemagne the God. That's my dog Chad Ombre from 85 South Show. And so what happens is, I want to be the person, worrying about nobody else. But my thing is, like, we need to really learn how to build businesses. And the reason why we need to really learn how to build businesses and the reason why we really need to become great investors is because we seeing right now what's happening. And ain't nobody gonna save us. Wealthy, look out for the wealthy, y'all. And I don't care how much money you think Trap got, I ain't nowhere near the level of wealthy of what they call wealthy. So as of right now, the rules that they making, they don't even apply to me. The rules that they making, the things that they signing and putting in place, they don't even apply to me. So it ain't up for me to up here and talk about, yeah, I made $10 million, $15 million, $20 million. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. I don't gotta toot my horn to look like I'm looking down on the people I'm trying to help. Why I gotta do that for? If you don't see me showing you the account in the market, I could care less about showing you what I made in business. That shit don't matter. What I'd rather show you is a business model and how you can create a business model and how you can create a business model, because business is business and it's the greatest sport in the world. And the one thing we've learned about the stock market is there's over 7,000 business models. That's what get me excited. Because we need to learn business models. We need to learn investments. One of the great things a dude told me in jail was this. He said, you learn stocks because it's the easiest way to build wealth. You create a business because America loves when you bring value to the marketplace and you bring value to people. He said, you learn those three things and you'll never be broke in America a day in your life. And man, oh man, do I get it right now. I get it right now. And I promise y'all, it pisses me off when I see us killing each other like crazy. And the crazy part was there was a point, and I can't talk down on it, because there was a part of my life where I was intoxicated by the same rules. There was a part in my life where I was intoxicated by the murder music. There was a point in my life where I was intoxicated by the womanizing. There was a point in my life where I was intoxicated and I let the violence dictate everything I did. So I can't talk about it. I can't talk down on it. But the only thing I can do is say, how do I impact that? How do I impact that? How do I be a change for that? How to be a conduit to show people this is the other side, so I ain't gonna never be politically correct. Because I never want the people who I'm helping to look at me and feel like, damn, bruh, Trap ain't the same Trap no more. No. Morally I am. Integrally I am. But I've evolved. And we gotta be okay with evolution. And here's the thing. I know I'm not gonna be able to save everybody. But there's a handful of us that I know every time we get on here, and I told Jose that a while back, I said, bro, listen, bro, people listen to us 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Bro, if we don't give them a 3-hour show moving forward, bro, the people be pissed off. I said, that's impact. That's how you measure impact. People have made us a part of their daily life. I don't care about the engagement on Instagram. I care about when we come do this show. I care about when we put them audios out, and I'm not gonna lie, I could care less about the Instagram ratings, but see them podcasts, audio, that matters to me. So I need y'all to go download them as much as y'all can. That matters us because that tells us about reach. YouTube tells us about reach. Instagram don't tell me about reach, because I don't do the stuff on Instagram to go that far. I ain't selling sex, I ain't selling drugs, I ain't selling violence, I ain't doing none of that. You know what my best engagement post is? When I talk about God. And the reason why I ain't scared to talk about that, and you look in the business space, people don't want to talk about that because they're scared that if you talk about God, you're going to run the clients off. But check this out. I can't never be afraid about the source that changed my life. I remember we went on tour, and I said, Jose, the tour don't feel right to me. I said, I know what it is, bro. God gave me the platform, and I ain't starting off talking about him. And the minute we started doing that, the tour took off. And so for that, man, I want y'all to know, man, y'all matter to me. I ain't gonna always get it right, y'all. I don't know nobody who does. But Instagram will make you feel like everybody getting it right. They lying. So don't let them put that pressure on you. Ain't no such thing as perfection in this world, but there is excellence and there is exceptional, and you can definitely strive for those. The people that you communicate with, the people that you're around. That's why the Patreon and Trappers Anonymous is so dope. It's not just about just the plays, it's about the energy in that. And the one thing I do try to do a lot of is cultivate the energy. I'ma check you if you coming there with that sad ass energy. I'ma check if you coming there with defeatist mindset. I'ma check if you lose some bread and you feeling all down, you talking all sad. I'ma check you about that. So now what happens is you got people like Bane, you got people like Brand Builder, you got other people that chat like, hey, cheesy bread. You got people like, hey, bro, what you doing? You got some of the females in there, I think her name Katrina. Like, they like, hey, what y'all doing? Lisa, like, hey, what you doing? Long Lee, hey, what y'all doing? This ain't what we do. Trappers Anonymous, Lieutenant Casey, Chelsea, Jabari, Natalie, they checking you when you come in there with that. You know why? Because you can't get in this game just thinking it's gonna be sweet. It's only gonna be sweet if you take the bitter the same way. It's only gonna be sweet if you take the downs like, yep, this is an opportunity. But the minute you keep flinching every time something happens, this game ain't for you, or you gotta build it up. And we okay with being patient with you, because there was a point in time when everybody felt the same way. So I just want y'all to know that, man. Man, bro, I got love for y'all. I study y'all because I am one of y'all. I'm the same person when I made my first $1 million. I was scared to walk out the house. Made $2 million, I was still sleeping on the sofa. I still do stuff to this day. Jose be like, bro, you don't even much understand. I be like, bro, I don't even think like that. George just hit me today and say, bro, won't you stop doing that? I say, bro, that don't even must be on my mind. Because I don't see myself like that. I see myself as y'all. I'm never that far disassociated with the people that I'm trying to help. No great leader became great by looking at the people from the podium. He became great because he got in the crowd and he walked with them. Martin walked in the crowd. Malcolm walked in the crowd. Garvey walked in the crowd. Huey P. walked in the crowd. Fred Hampton walked in the crowd. Angela Davis walked in the crowd. George Jackson walked in the crowd. And everybody that came behind walked in the crowd. You can't be a leader from the castle. So we gonna always be in the trenches. And so for that, man, I just wanna tell y'all I love y'all. I hope episode 136 was a game changer for y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all same time, same place, next week. I see y'all, man. Make sure you get your apparel, not the garden money shirts. They ain't out yet. But go ahead on and make George earn the goddamn salary that I'm paying him. You feel me? So go buy your Trapper apparel, t-shirts, hoodies. If y'all like me, I'm a hoodie person year round. You know what I'm saying? Next, man, make sure you get, join the Patreon. Definitely we turned up in there. Join Trappers Anonymous, we turned up in there. Make sure I see y'all at Good Soul in June. Get y'all right there. But most importantly, man, go check out the Wallstreet Trapper page. Go like and do that. We putting a lot of great content out. We literally got the next 10 videos lined up. You know what I'm saying? So go get that. Also, like as many photos, like as many videos, comment, because we spend a lot of time answering those comments. Also, let's get the engagement up on this page as well. But most importantly, man, do my dog Jose a favor. Go download all them goddamn episodes he put out on Google, Spotify, Apple, Apple, whatever it is. Go do that, because I'm tired of hearing them tell me, bruh, man, we gotta get our numbers up, bruh. Won't you tell the people go download it some more, bruh? I'm tired of that, bruh. So go download it, bruh. I told y'all I'll go by the end of the years to be in the top 10, and we can't do that without y'all, man. Let's make history, man. How dope would it be? We did it one time, we got to number 4. How dope would it be to have a Wallstreet Looks Like Us Now network as the number top 10, number top 5, top 1 audio experience in the game for us, by us. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin, man. I love y'all. Good night.